Let's do it.
Here we go. Yeah. We back after a long weekend. Y'all go ahead, file in, like the video on your way in. Don't like it on your way out. Like it on your way in. What's up, man? Chill. How you doing today? Mars, Ticket, Damo.
In effect, y'all. We in effect. Got some real good basketball.
I know you guys seen my team beat the Kings. I know you guys seen that. But
I did see that. I did see that. I did see that, Mars. No. Don't get me wrong. No, De'Aaron Fox. So I mean, that does matter.
The Warriors when you beat them by one about De'Aaron Fox. Look what we did.
That don't matter, Chill Town. No, De'Aaron or not, you lose to the Rockets, bro. You got some fucking problems you need to deal with.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying
that y'all not very good. That's what he's trying to say. And y'all shouldn't have lost to y'all. Period.
Not very good as an understatement, Chill Town. They fucking suck.
Somebody got a crazy echo.
That's because it sounds like it's coming out the computer.
Try to praise my team.
Lose to the guy.
See what happens when you praise the Rockets? You get crazy echo.
Still ain't.
All right. Well, in the meantime, while we fix it, hey, yo, somebody got to mute themselves.
Hold on. Is that me?
Let's see. Oh yeah, we good. Chill time.
Let's talk about my Rockets, man. Well, Chill fixes echo. Let's talk about my Rockets being the Sacramento Kings. I mean, we did it. I mean, we shot well from three. Jabari Smith, he was hooping. I'm not one to overreact. Dylan Brooks, most improved player, leading the league in 3-point percentage, playing elite defense. At some point, we have to say maybe he can shoot. I don't know. I think he's shooting 60, 90 right now.
60.
Easy, Mars. Let's chill out. I'm just saying, Mars. Mars, you were the same one who made it clear that he could not shoot. Okay, let's start there. You made it clear that he could not. Not only could he not shoot, but he shot bad shots. There's a difference between not being able to shoot and shooting bad shots. He actually compounded that, and you was drilling us with that, Mars, that he just couldn't shoot, and he was shooting bad shots. You made that clear last season during the playoffs. You told us that. So now we go from that to he's on your crew, and we may be looking at the most improved player in the league this year. Give me a break, Mars.
I mean, I like Dylan Brooks.
I do too.
Showtime, you still got that echo.
All right, this is what I'm gonna do. Let me restart my joint, and I'll come back. That's
all right. We'll catch you in a second.
I like Dylan Brooks. I like Dylan Brooks. Memphis. I like Dylan Brooks now, but I don't give a shit how much I like Dylan Brooks, and I don't care what De'Aaron Fox ankle looks like. If we lose to the goddamn Rockets, we have no future.
Curtain rule.
You know what I'm saying? That shit sucks, man.
Who's improved more than Dylan Brooks? Like, I'm not saying he's gonna win it. I'm saying off the 5 games, he looks much improved. His 3-point percentage is practically doubled. His field goal percentage gone up like 20%. Like, at what point are we like, right now, improvement? Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's gonna maintain this. He's obviously not.
I mean, stat wise, but I think he's been. Dylan Brooks has never been sorry, bro. Dylan Brooks has never been sorry. He just some shit got amplified because he tried to pick on LeBron, and that was a bad idea. But just because he came at the king, all of a sudden everybody was, oh, Dylan Brooks is ass. Fuck Dylan Brooks, you know. So that's like a media cartel shit right there. That's like a media cartel.
I do agree.
But Dylan Brooks has never been a bad player.
Offensively, he had clear question marks. His shot selection has looked better, not just because the shots are going in. He's not taking as many stupid mid-range pull-ups. He's taking open threes. He's getting to the rim. I saw him do a hook shot, which was insane. That was a bad choice. I just went in. Credit to him. But he's just been more poised, I want to say. So that's why people in the chat are saying Scotty Barnes.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about Scotty.
I have no problem with that. But
we absolutely
Dylan Brooks, man. Dylan Brooks most improved player, man.
It's almost as if he got paid to be this different type of player, and he actually bought into it. I wonder who was saying, man, maybe with these guys they'll do that. now that they have this opportunity on the Rockets. I wonder who's saying that all summer, but I was
Who was saying that? Who was saying that, Damo?
I was saying that. I said that about Dylan Brooks. When he got the money, I was like, okay, yeah, he's going to be a veteran-type player. He's not going to take as many dumb shots as he was taking in Memphis. He's going to take better shots. He's going to play within whatever offense they have. And from what I've noticed, and he's going to guard. And that's looked like the guy he's been this entire, well, not this entire time, but so far through this short season.
Mm-hmm.
Is Dylan Brooks you guys' best player, Mars?
No.
Oh, well, you said looking at the stats, looking at the shooting percentage and all of that. I mean,
this season, our best player has been Sengun to start the season by a very wide margin. By the way, saying Sengun's been hooping. So love what I'm seeing from him. I was a bit concerned the preseason. He was looking, I guess, rusty. Came into the regular season, was like, yeah, I was just trolling in the preseason. So he's looked good. Jabari, I just need him to find his 3-point shot. Maybe he found it against the Kings, and maybe he's pushing on from there. Fred VanVleet. Hey man, shout out to Fred VanVleet, man. Jalen Green hasn't started the season great. He went like 2 for 7 from the free throw line against the Kings. So his shot was just not there at all. So I anticipate that to turn around at some point. I don't know when. And then Thompson spraining his ankle is tough because he's had a rough start of it, unlike his brother. But I like the direction we seem to be heading, especially when you have Jalen Green and Jabari who aren't shooting the ball as well as I think they should, and we're still doing pretty decent. So I think there's a bright way forward for us at this point. So I'm happy.
all right, shout out the Rockets, and I guess shout out the Kings as well. You guys play again tonight. You guys, Bob, you guys have a chance to redeem yourself and get your get back. Mars, it's looking like you guys might be on a 2-game winning streak.
I'm not watching that shit.
We already are. This is going to be our 3rd game. So
Oh.
respect the Houston Rockets.
My bad.
We're already on a 2-game winning streak.
My bad. I need to pay attention.
Yeah, respect the Rockets, man.
Exactly. Be sure
I'm not watching that shit, man.
So how many are you not watching because y'all are playing the Rockets, or are you not watching because you're disappointed from the last time y'all played the Rockets?
I got shit to do.
Okay.
Hey, Big, I wonder if Sacramento was undefeated and De'Aaron Fox was playing, would he have shit to do? I'm just wondering.
I would still have shit to do, but I'd find a way to watch the game, though.
So
I don't got time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time for this shit. Losing to the Rockets is disgraceful.
Okay.
See, a lot of people make excuses. A lot of people make excuses for that team. Oh, De'Aaron's not here. Trey Lyles is hurt. All this type of shit. I'm not making no excuses. There is no excuse to lose to the Rockets. None whatsoever.
There is an excuse. The one excuse that I think you should use right now, which is you're underrating the team. That team is capable of beating you.
That's not an excuse. We just better than you. Like, I don't know why we do it.
That's
not an excuse.
wow,
That's the better team. You lost to the better team.
No.
Hey, yo, Ox.
What's
Language, brother.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, but we got a super chat from V-Rose. V-Rose said, who are y'all top 5 mid-range shooters of all time? I hear a lot of conversations about the best 3-point shooters, but none about the mid-range shooters. Who we got?
KD, Jordan, Richard Hamilton, DeMar DeRozan. Who else am I thinking about?
Bryant. You have
And Bryant. I'm sorry. And Bryant. Absolutely.
Jesus.
Bryant. I'm sorry. And Bryant. Yes.
Chill, you know what that's going to lead to. You said DeMar DeRozan before Kobe.
Yeah.
Allegations
have to be like,
let me.
I'm not even taking it there, Chill, but it's going to get taken there.
No, it's not. Because you know what's new to me is that this gets stirred up. That's number one. Number two, I hear people saying stuff like, if Jordan played today, he would be DeMar DeRozan. Meanwhile, DeMar DeRozan, you would never put his name in the same sentence with Kobe Bryant. And he's the closest thing to Jordan. So that doesn't make any sense to me at all, whatsoever. So, I mean, again, my fault, Mars. I don't hate the guy. I just
Kevin Durant, Sam Cassell, Glenn Robinson, all those guys you can throw in their mid range.
yeah.
I got Dirk Nowitzki.
I don't think Sam Cassell was a better mid-range shooter than Richard Hamilton. Even though Sam Cassell had a nice mid-range game, I don't think he was better than Richard Hamilton. But I think that I think he's a damn good mid-range shooter. Glenn Big Dog Robinson, you could put Glenn Rice in there too, but he wasn't as good as KD. Because we're talking about we basically talking about the top 5. As good as Glenn Robinson was as a mid-range shooter, he wasn't better than KD. And as good as DeMar DeRozan is as a mid-range shooter, he was not better than Bryant or Jordan. No, he was not.
But Rip Hamilton, though.
He wasn't better than Rip Hamilton.
Rip Hamilton was surprising.
No, I'm not saying that. I think Rip. I think Rip's underrated from that mid-range.
Yeah, underrated in what aspect, Big Ox? Because when you say when you say underrated, what do you mean? Like we don't talk about him?
We definitely don't talk about him enough. Well, I mean, that's natural. I don't expect to talk about Rip Hamilton, even though he's a legend. But for mid-range, I think he's a clear number 5. A clear top 5 mid-range shooter that I've seen.
That's fair.
So to try to name guys to get Rip out the top 5, I think is crazy. I think Rip's definitely one of the top 5.
Yep.
I think KD, Dirk, Mike, and Kobe should be solidified in my opinion. Those 4 have to be in there to me. That 5th spot, I don't know. You could go Kawhi, Chris Paul.
Did y'all like? I don't know how y'all feel. Did y'all like Melo? Did y'all like Melo in the mid range?
My goodness.
Melo definitely got to be in here.
Yeah, Carmelo could definitely be in there as well. That 5th spot is tough for me, but the top 4 to me should be solidified.
So Bryant, KD, Jordan,
and Dirk Nowitzki.
And I think it's Bryant, Jordan, KD, Rip Hamilton, and DeMar DeRozan. Because I think those I don't think Dirk lived in the mid-range.
If Melo wasn't Melo wasn't blackballed, look where he would have been on the all-time scoring list. His game was purely mid-range. If he wasn't blackballed, Melo would probably be top 5 all-time scoring in NBA history. And that's mainly off mid-range.
100%. We got robbed. He should be a part of the 30,000 point club. We got robbed 2 years of Melo. Yes, we did. 100%. No doubt.
Yo, chill. Speaking of DeMar DeRozan, I want to ask you, because a lot of people say if MJ played today, he would be DeMar DeRozan. What would DeMar DeRozan look like in the 90s and in the 80s? He
would be awesome. He'd be, because that's his game, playing in the mid-range and playing in transition. He would be awesome in the 90s. He'd be a 25 a game guy. What? Without a doubt.
He'd be like a franchise player?
He would be a number 1. I'm sure of that. Whether he could take his team to the NBA championship, I think that's something completely different. But he would definitely be a number 1.
Would he be better than Allen Houston? Would he be better than a prime Allen Houston?
Yes, he would be. Yes. And Allen Houston was awesome. Yes, he would be.
All right. Yo, Mars, what's going on, Mars?
So you say, hold on a second, Mars. So you saying, hold on, so you saying he'd be better than Reggie? You think he'd be better than Reggie Miller? If he's putting 25 a game, would he be better than Reggie?
I think he does more than Reggie offensively. Like Reggie shoots the long ball, but I think as a one-on-one player, I think DeMar DeRozan is better than him. You'd have to play defense during that time, and you couldn't really hide guys. So he would have to be better defensively. I think that him and Reggie would be in the same ballpark. I don't think he'd be better than Mitch Richmond, though. No, I don't.
Cool. Shout out to DeMar DeRozan. Got more super chats. One from Ronaldo. Ronaldo said Ayton got destroyed by Biyombo last night. I'm out.
Troll alert. Troll alert. Just so you know,
just won their first game. I mean,
yes, they did. Yes. Troll alert.
Shout out to them.
Straight. Yo, he had 6 points last night. Bismack did 6 or 8 points last.
But didn't Ayton didn't really play all that good though, didn't he?
Well, we're gonna leave out the fact that Malcolm Brogdon was shooting all the shots. That's number 1. Didn't really get Ayton involved. Now Ayton, to his fault, Ayton was getting a lot of shots that he would normally make in the mid post. He wasn't very efficient in that area, and Brogdon was creating for him. But he did pull down 11 rebounds last night.
Bismack played for Memphis.
Yeah, he got given I think it's a 1 year doing like you got $1 million guaranteed or something. Like
What's up, bitch?
Did anybody watch this game? Because by the looks of things, it does look like Biyombo actually outplayed him.
Nah,
I'm about to say I didn't watch the game, but I pulled this box score up. I was ready to say, Bismack gave him the business last night. I ain't gonna
Bismack was plus 18.
Bro, ain't nobody watched the Blazers versus the Grizzlies, bro.
I just peeked my head.
I watched the first one.
I wasn't watching
that game saving.
I'm not gonna say I was watching it. That'd be lie if I said I was watching it. Because
once again, Bismack was plus 8.
3 blocks. I ain't gonna lie, man. Bismack was out there working.
All right, so Bismack's stat line, like I said, plus 18. He had 8 points, 3 blocks, 4 assists, 11 rebounds. Ayton minus 18, 6 points. 3 turnovers, 1 block, 3 assists, 8 rebounds. Or no, 11 rebounds.
Mm-hmm. I said, he ain't getting assists, did he?
No, he didn't.
Nope. Crazy.
Hey, man, that's biz, man. Hey, Ron, I'm going to tell you about for a decade. Shots he got?
9. He was 3 for 9 from the field. And Bismack was 3 for 6. And 2 for 2 from the strike. Man, Bismack was out there working.
Hey, Damo, I'm going to tell you something, though. I'm not with a big man that's supposed to score getting less than 10 shots a game. That they have absolutely disintegrated the bigs. Like, to me, all the big men that can score was supposed to be getting like 15 cuts and up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my problem with Pop right now with Wemby. Like, Wemby's supposed to be shooting 20 shots a game. Like, his usage is too low. For as good as he is, his usage is too low. And the areas that he's effective in, they don't use him in enough. And that's my problem. Like, with the bigs, they devalued them. I think guys like Sabonis should have more shots. I don't want to see Sabonis coming out of the game with 12 shots a game. 13 shots. I want to see him. Oh, when you have a higher percentage and you playing a more efficient game, I want to see you with better and more shots. I want to see you with more opportunities. You know what I'm saying? I'm watching AD. AD letting D'Lo take more shots than him, bro. Like, that's the kind of aggression I'm talking about. Like,
get off the field.
Bro, you need to tell D'Lo, hey, bro, listen, you shoot that one more time, bro. I'm punching in your face. Get a locker room, bro, punch in the face. Because ain't no way you got 17 shots and I got 15, and I'm shooting 10 or 15. You 4 or 17, but you keep jacking up shots. But AD needs to have it. Game.
They don't do that no more. Ticket is crazy. Like how you saying? AD, it's no possible way I'm finna sit out here and watch D'Lo shoot this freaking ball. There's no way. There's no way. But give me the ball. What are you doing?
The thing, though, Ox, is like D'Angelo Russell, like these guards, they got these kind of games. Well, number one, it's a guard league. Let's be clear about that right now. It's not a big man league. It's a guard league. The big men play on the perimeter.
I disagree because the MVPs have been bigs. I disagree with that because all the MVPs have been bigs. Giannis,
right. That part is true.
But chill. But here's my point. My point is this. Like, when we talk about AD, we had a conversation the other day, and y'all asked did AD max out. I'm saying he didn't because in all areas, bro, he's supposed to demand the ball, bro. Bro, listen, it ain't supposed to be LeBron James forcing to get you the ball when you need it. No, when you dominate, bro, you calling for the ball. You telling guys, look, if you don't come with me with the ball, bro, it's not going to be pretty for you.
Maybe AD just isn't that guy.
What guy is that, Damo?
Maybe he's just not that guy that y'all want him to be on the offensive end.
What guy is that, Damo?
Y'all want him to be the leading scorer on a team that's winning a championship, and that's just not who he is. He might just not be that guy.
He doesn't.
Whoa. He has the skill set.
He has talented. So number one, when the Lakers won the NBA championship, who led the Lakers in scoring in 1920? Who led the Lakers?
How much did he lead?
I'm not asking you that, Damo. Who led the Lakers in scoring?
I'm assuming the way you're asking the question. He
yes,
did.
It was,
but how much?
Him. Who led the Lakers in rebounding that year? It was him. Who led the Lakers in blocks?
He's a big man.
Right.
That's fine. Playing defense, being a big man, that's cool. But on the offensive side of the ball, I just don't think AD is that. Our defense is why we won a championship that year. I don't know who led the league. Listen, Alex Cruz could have led us in scoring that year. Our defense won.
How you going to disregard 26 a game, Damo?
I'm not disregarding 26 a game. I'm just putting it in context.
That's what he's doing right now, and we're disregarding it.
Right, like it's nothing. Like 26 a game is nothing. That's a big deal, man. That the dude is averaging 26 a game.
I'm just saying that's just not who. He's not the guy that's about to. Thank you. Y'all asked him to do more when he won a championship. He was 26 a game. Now he's giving you 26 a game. No, that's not enough. It was enough 2 years ago. Everything else just needed to click. If everything else wasn't clicking, that 26 wouldn't have been enough. So right now, I'm telling you, the 26 that he's doing on offense, that's fine.
But that's because LeBron was 5 years younger then. LeBron was 5 years younger at that time. Now he's 4 or 5 years older.
How much worse is your offense?
Hold on 1 second,
I'm just asking, how much worse is your offense now than then?
Here's what, listen, Damo. This is what I'm saying is though. The reason why I'm saying this is because of this. We've seen AD go out there and be able to put up 40s. We've seen him have stretches where he can average 35 points a game and 16 rebounds. That ain't no anomaly. That's all aggression. That's all. How many attempts are you taking? How aggressive are you being on a night-to-night basis? All we're saying is you got to keep that aggression throughout the season. Every single night you go. That's what I said I loved about Shaq. Shaq had aggression every single night. Every single night, Shaq was coming to do the same thing: seek and destroy. AD doesn't have that mentality, and that is the problem.
Because
that's the reason why people.
Player. He's not.
Right. No. Right. Hold on. You're right, but that's our complaint because he's getting paid like that guy. So the same way that you would complain about Russell Westbrook. Hold on. Listen what I'm saying. Hold on 1 second. But listen what I'm saying. The same way you complain about a guy like Russell Westbrook getting paid superstar money but not putting up superstar numbers, we have to do the same thing for him. Now, when you talk about Rudy Gobert, he's getting paid for a different skill set. He's getting paid off Defensive Player of the Year type of
when have I ever
stuff like that? That's what he's getting paid for. He's not getting paid to put up those big numbers. When you get guys like Giannis, guys like Jokic, guys like Embiid, those dudes are getting paid to average 26, 27. No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm giving you an example. I'm just saying AD is getting paid the money to produce those type of numbers. He has the ability to do it. He has the ability to offensively score on the level of Giannis and Jokic. He has more skills offensively than Giannis. There's no way Giannis should be averaging damn near 30 points a game the last 4 or 5 years, and AD is not even cracking that. And AD is supposed to be one of the best, most skilled big men in the NBA.
Who was Giannis playing with the last 4 or 5 years? Compared to who was AD playing with the last 4 or 5 years?
James?
Exactly. So you're expecting a guy to average 30 playing with fucking LeBron James, and Giannis is playing with Chris Middleton, and he's giving you 30, and you're like, oh man, there's no way that should happen. Are you serious?
Damo, he led the league in whoa. He led the league in assists the year they won the NBA championship. What are you talking about? Wasn't like James ain't passing the basketball.
Nobody's saying LeBron didn't pass the basketball.
Not like he's not playing
averaging 30 points playing with LeBron James?
Who is averaging 30 points playing with LeBron James?
No one's done it.
That's not necessarily true. Because Kyrie
was a phenomenal player.
Kyrie averaged 29 a game in the finals with LeBron James. 29 a game.
What did he average?
I'm not gonna lie. A 7-game or 5-game sample size is not proof of anything. I think AD's averaged 30 in the playoff series against Houston.
My point is, it's not that it's not that LeBron James isn't passing the ball enough. My point is LeBron James himself is giving you 25 to 28 points a game the last 4 or 5 years. Am I lying? Hold on. Let me fact check myself to make sure I'm not just chatting. But he's giving you between 25 to 28 points a game.
I think he's averaging
himself.
24 a game. I think he's averaging 24 a game this year.
Again, how is Anthony Davis averaging 30 playing with LeBron James? I don't see that happening. That's not even a fair comparison. Oh, Giannis is doing it. Why isn't AD doing it? Because AD's playing with LeBron. You're not averaging 30 playing with LeBron. But my point is, and it will always be, AD is just not the guy that y'all want him to be. I came to that realization a while ago. He's just not he's not going to be the guy to be like, you know what? I'm giving you 40 every night. No. Offensively, I'm just going to be that guy. I'm going to use my skill set to dominate the game on offensive end and just do that. That's crazy. But you don't expect that from other guys who do what he does. He is a phenomenal defender. Every night he's going into the game expecting to be a phenomenal defender. And for the most part, that's who he is. The fact that he can give you 25 to 26 points a game is fucking icing on the cake because coming into the game, he was looked at as a guy to be a phenomenal defender at the power forward.
Look at guys like Hakeem and all the other great guys, man.
Who's comparing him to Hakeem?
I'm just saying, man. When you were talking
when he was supposed to be the best power forward in basketball, when he was looked at as the best power forward in basketball, I understand and I get what you are saying. The moment he was removed from playing his natural position and forced to be a center, he's not that. My level of expectation tempered down because that's not his true position. He is playing out of position and doing what he has to do, playing a position he should not play. If he was not playing center, he could cut down probably 20 pounds and be able to move like the old AD move, do what he does in the paint, and play how he wants to play. But now he has to focus more on being our defensive anchor, our best defender, and has done that phenomenally. And when he doesn't do that, I kill him for that. When Jokic goes out there and does whatever he wants with him, that's a problem. Jokic is the best player in the game, but it's still a problem. That's your job. When anybody goes out there and they're able to drop 30 on AD, or I work AD on the post or on the block or anything like that, that's when I really want to crucify AD. But if I'm about to sit here and be like, oh man, why is D'Angelo Russell our offensive guard? Why is Austin Reeves our offensive guard getting more shots? Maybe because in that offense that Lumphead has, those offensive guards need to get going. You need them to hit those shots. That's what we're expecting them to do. AD should not, I'm not saying doesn't have to be, but he should not be the player that we're going to at all times of offense. Yes, if there's if shit's slow, if a play breaks down, if we just need a bucket, I'm all for going to AD. But AD is not the guy that's going to lead our offense to a championship. He's not that guy. I've accepted that. That's why I'm not sitting here crying about, oh man, his aggression, calling for them. Man, fuck that. Somebody else score. Get these other 4 guys going. Let AD play defense. That's what he's best at.
Mars?
Were people complaining about Tim Duncan not being a 25-point per game scorer during his prime in San Antonio? Or did we understand he was a defense-first player?
That's who he was.
And have these expectations just become something new in the last 5 years?
In fact, Mars, the fact that he would average 25, that was a bonus. That was a plus when he was doing that. When we get 33 and 16, it was like, yo, that's even better. But he was a force defensively. That's who Tim Duncan was, who could score. He had a basic game. In the process of him having a basic game, he anchored the defense. But there was never the question of Tim Duncan is going to give you 28 to 30 a game. That was never who he was, ever.
Yo, I don't think nobody's expecting AD to average 30. And even if you are, here's my thing, and it goes back to the beginning. Damo, I agree with you. I don't think AD is that guy. But here's the problem, and this is where everything started with. It's with D'Lo shooting more shots than AD. And as much as I want to blame AD, I got to blame D'Lo for that. Why are you out here shooting logo threes and all of this and prioritizing your shot over Anthony Davis's shot? And part of that is who he is. D'Lo is that guy. He shoots ill-advised shots. He makes them sometimes, and it's good. Misses them, and it's like, D'Lo, what the hell are you doing? The thing about it is, as a point guard, though, your job is to get Anthony Davis involved in the game. LeBron shouldn't be the only one out there that can facilitate to AD. If it's other guards in the league that would get AD these shots, D'Lo just doesn't. So, like that, I think a lot of that falls on D'Lo. A lot of that falls on Darvin Ham, too. Yo, tell your point guard, grab him by his jersey and be like, yo, if you don't get him the ball, you're going to be sitting over here with, who's at the end of the bench? Hood Shafino? That's how you say his name? Aquafina, that's what Ox called him. You're gonna be sitting on the bench with him, drinking Aquafina, if you don't get him the ball. That's the biggest thing to me. That's the glaring elephant in the room.
I also think that when you're talking about Anthony Davis asking for the basketball and scoring, I mean, 26 and 13, that's pretty damn good for a big, yo. That's pretty, and I'm not asking, I'm not one of these people that's looking at Anthony Davis like he should be Shaq, even though the year that the Lakers won the NBA championship in 2001, Shaq averaged 27 and 12. I just want to put that out there. But anyway, the fact that Anthony Davis is 26 and 13 and we're asking him to be more than that, and people are asking him to be more than that, I've accepted that he's this 26 and 13, 25 and 12. I'm cool with that. I don't have an issue with him being that. What I have a problem with is his availability. If he can stay healthy and you could get this throughout the rest of the season, I think you guys are going to be damn good. I do. I'm not being unrealistic to say that, yo, 26 and 13 should be enough from your starting 5-man. That's not unrealistic to think that.
Can I just address that last super chat? Because this is what doesn't make sense to me. If you're going to sit there and say the only way that the Lakers can be successful is AD playing a 5, how the freak were we successful when we won a championship and he wasn't playing the 5? Man, mind-boggling. The last time we won a championship, he wasn't playing the 5. So I don't understand how now the only way we can be successful is him playing the 5.
For those who can't see the super chat for our audio listeners, Nick Tri-State sent through a super chat. He said, AD, not him. Y'all talking about him not wanting to play the 5. Guess what? In this life, we all got to do things we don't want to do. Point blank, period. I'm going to keep saying it. For the Lakers to be successful, AD needs to embrace the 5.
I don't even think it's about it. My problem with AD at the 5 is not that he doesn't want to do it. He's just not best at that. So sure, he's doing it. He's been doing it for like 3 years at this point. He's not best at that. And if you want to say players need to adapt or embrace whatever, blah, 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 he's been doing it. And all I'm hearing is complaints about he doesn't do this, doesn't do that. He's been doing it for 3 years. He's put on weight. He's tried to manage being able to bang down low with bigger people. He's doing everything that a 5 is meant to do. But because he's not as good as he was at the 4, we're here complaining when he's the one playing out of position. Like, what do you want? Like, he's done everything it takes to be a 5. He went from like 240 to like 260. You can see he's just much bigger. He doesn't have the same agility he used to have. He doesn't move as well as he used to because he's put on weight to play the 5. He's embraced it. So what else are you asking him to do? Just be the same player he was at the 4, but heavier? Because at that point, we're just asking for something unrealistic.
Which is fair. Huncho, just so you know, Huncho, the last time Anthony Davis saw Sengun, the last time he saw him, he put 40 and 10 on him. I just want to put that on your mind when you say Sengun would destroy him. Last time he saw him, he put 40 and 9 and 2 blocks on him. I just want to put that on your mind.
Hey,
and I was just
see them this week.
Okay. I just want to put that on your mind. So, but anyway, we how did we get on Anthony Davis? Because we were talking about something else, and we got on Anthony Davis. I don't know how we did that.
This would be a good time to thank the Laker media cartel.
Yeah, how did we get on the Lakers? We was talking about we were talking about something else, and
you know how this goes, Chet, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just like never mind.
All right, well, I'm gonna just move on to the next super chat from It's Mr. GQ to you. He said, "Put me on the big screen, Ron. You dudes, you dudes be on here capping. y'all ain't been." Put me on the big screen, Ron. You dudes be on here capping. Y'all ain't been inside the locker room or between them lines, so y'all wouldn't know.
Which is crazy. So,
why is that guy talking to you like that, Ron? Who was that? Mr. GQ? Mr. GQ, what's up? Why you went on the big screen?
You want to see the picture? That was hilarious.
I would tell him to watch his tone, but he sounds like he about business. So, I don't want somebody to put their foot somewhere that it shouldn't be. So I'm gonna just.
It's interesting, Mars. You brought up Houston, and I was watching the Cavs game last night, and I'm thinking to myself, is there anybody better in the league at maximizing talent as the Miami Heat?
You talking about Max Strus?
Here's the thing, Mars. I'm watching this dude last night, and the best example I can give you with Max Strus is. Max Strus is that chick who is a 4, maybe a 5, and you clean her up and turn her into a 7 or an 8. And everybody else sees her like that. Only except she really a 5. And now she trying to big time you like, yo, I'm out of here. And then somebody else pays her like she a 7 and 8, when in reality, she's a 5. I watched Max Strus last night shoot 10 threes. He missed 7 of them, Mars. Of the 7 threes he missed, I counted 4 of them, butt naked, wide open. If you are a shooter, and they run a lot of stuff for him too. They run stuff for him, and Donovan Mitchell looks for him in transition a lot. So for this guy to not be able to knock down open shots, that's a problem. But has it always been a problem? And I just didn't pay attention to it because he was with somebody else, and it looked a little bit different. I think that's what it is. Add that to the fact that Darius Garland had 6 turnovers last night. 3 of them were to Evan Mobley fumbling the basketball out of bounds. Big Ox, I'm very disappointed in my man Mobley offensively. I am. Yeah. I'm very disappointed in him offensively. He should be better than what he is right now. He is not doing what I think he should be doing.
I think Max Strus and Evan Mobley are going to get it together as the season goes on. The season is extremely young.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with Max Strus shooting the ball. Max keeps shooting the ball. This is the thing, though. It's different missing shots with Donovan Mitchell than missing shots with Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not going to look the same. It's just not going to look the same. That Miami Heat team was a completely different squad. They were making a name off just, shooting what they got, bullying people, being more aggressive. it's just a different. It's heat culture. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna be the same at all. Jimmy Butler covers up a lot of things for you on offense and defense that Donovan Mitchell doesn't have the ability to do.
But wouldn't a guy like Donovan Mitchell shine a glaring light on a guy where he gets him open shots and he's not able to knock those down? Like, wouldn't that shine a glaring light on a guy that, yo, why aren't you knocking down these shots when you're wide open? And that's what he's specifically brought there to do, by the way, Big Ox.
Right.
It's not like he was brought there to be a lockdown defender or rebounder. He comes into Miami. They paid him $56 million. He comes into Miami as a knockdown shooter. Spo is one of the best motivators. And not only one of the best motivators, he did one of the things that a lot of people don't do, where he sticks with a guy when he's not doing very well. Last year, I watched Max Strus go 0 for 16 in 2 games. He started him the next game and went right back at him. Right. So with that being said, he went right back to him to keep his confidence up. I'm watching him with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Donovan Mitchell looks for him, whether it's in transition, even in sets. They look for him to shoot the basketball. I hear what you're saying, Big Ox, when you say keep shooting the ball. Absolutely, keep shooting the ball. You got to knock down open shots because open shots are a premium in the NBA.
You have
open shots are a premium.
And I hope Max Strus understands that. It's just kind of one of those things. Like, you're missing shots you have to make. You're missing shots that you have to make. But I do believe they're going to start falling. On top of that, wouldn't say this is anything new. I've seen Max Strus miss what can I say? I can't say that word. A lot. I've seen Max Strus miss a lot of shots in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't think this is anything new. They gotta fall. And with a shooter like that, we're just gonna have to take our crookeds with our straights. You know what I'm saying? Some games you're gonna go 5 for 9, 6 for 9. Some days you're gonna go 2 for 10, 3 for 10. Part of the game. Keep shooting, Max. Shoot it till you break it, baby. Shoot it till you break it.
Hey, chill. Can I just say I've been at least a short amount of games that I've been watching the Cavs whenever I do catch them. The guy that you think Evan Mobley is, I think it's fair to say that's who Chet Holmgren is. I think you might need to transfer all your energy.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Chet might be, and I said this as a joke when we were watching the game over on playback or whatever. Man, he might be white KG, man. I'm getting white Kevin Garnett from him. I love it.
There's a part of me, I'm watching him last night, and I'm thinking to myself, there's a part of me, Damo, that's watching Evan Mobley last night, and on some instances, I'm thinking he might be Rudy, just a better offensive player. But then he'll show me, he'll show me flashes.
Chill, a white Rudy.
Yeah, white Rudy.
I ain't talking about Chet. I'm talking about Then Mobley.
That's what look at y'all.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Evan Mobley.
American Rudy. Yep.
Where and then there's times where he'll show me something where he'll make a move on the wing, and I'm like, that looks like what Chris Bosh does. So I'm thinking to myself,
right-handed Chris Bosh.
Which one? Yeah, right-handed Chris Bosh, right. So what there has to be some middle, because he can't be as bad offensively, in terms of a one-on-one player as Rudy, but as a defensive player, be as good as KG. So there has to be some middle ground. And I respect the fact that he's still young. This is only his 3rd year, and he's still trying to figure it out. But I'm still on the fence about who exactly he is, because I see some good things from him, and I see some things that I'm scratching my head. His ability to dive to the basket, and Garland gets him the basketball, and he's fumbling the ball out of bounds. And I'm thinking, your hands are better than that, big fella. You are better than that. So why aren't you able to score? And he doesn't use his size around the basket as much as I think he should. He should be bigger around the basket than he actually is. Guys like Draymond Green still pushing him around. And I know he's still young. I think he's 21, maybe. But he should. I accept the progression, but I see who he is, and I just expect more. That's probably what it is.
In no world am I gonna ever want to think Evan Mobley is just Baguette Biyombo, because that's all Rudy Gobert is to me. Baguette Biyombo, Bismack 7 feet. So I think Evan Mobley, no matter how bad, how much he still needs to grow offensively, he's never going to be Baguette Biyombo to me. I feel you. I just don't think his offense is going to get to a point where it looks like he just has it all the way together. I think there's always going to be a limitation there. At this point, I don't know. Maybe in 2 years he'll prove me wrong, but as of right now, I'm just not seeing it as the complete offensive player that I thought he would be. Coming out of college, I thought he would turn into this tremendous offensive talent to match the defense, and that just might not be what it is. And then if I'm the Cavs, if there's a limitation to his offense, you got to make a decision between him and Jared Allen, in my opinion. You can't have both of them there just being two bigs that are defensive and rebound oriented.
Well, wait a minute.
Somebody has to be able to play offense. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody got to be better offensively.
Well, that's the thing, because I think he is better than Jared Allen offensively. So I think that we can keep the both of them. It just depends on how the offense is situated, right? And with Donovan Mitchell creating offense for Max Strus and creating offense for Evan Mobley, I still look at these dudes as young dudes, Evan Mobley in particular. I still look at him as a young dude still trying to figure it out. But I feel like it should be more offensively now than it was a year ago. And I'm looking at him, and he looks like he's making some of the same mistakes. You know, his hands not being ready when he's getting passes underneath the basket. He still doesn't trust that mid-range or that 10 to 12-foot shot, where I think that he would be so much better, right? Where he would be so much better if he had that in his game on a consistent basis. As a transition player, I think they would look for him more if he made himself more available. So I'm not out on him. I'm an Evan Mobley guy. If anybody knows me, knows that I'm definitely an Evan Mobley guy. But with that being said, it should be more than what it is right now.
Yo, Damo, and by the way, Baguette Biyombo is crazy, and that's a top 5 nickname for me in the NBA right now.
It might be a top 5 mid game, but it's completely unearned. That's
you know, see how Biyombo was hooping against DeAndre Ayton last night?
I'm about to say, Biyombo's out there going crazy. So for Rudy to be able to be compared to that, I think that's a compliment, personally.
It's all about perspective.
I like Bismack. I've been a Biz fan for a long time, but
so you don't like the diss to Bismack?
I don't like the diss to Rudy Gobert. That's crazy.
Troll alert.
Y'all need to do better than that.
Can we all agree Chet's the rookie of the year if the vote was right now?
Chet's the rookie of the year?
I don't think so.
Based off performance, yes, but based off narrative and hype, you know Wemby was.
Has he just clearly outplayed? What's his name?
Can we all agree Chet has played the best of the rookies so far?
I would say so. I think he's been the best rookie so
has
far.
Chet clearly outplayed Wemby?
I never said
throughout
cleared.
the season.
I said, can we agree?
There's a difference.
Chet has played the best of the rookies. I never said cleared. I said he's played the best of the rookies.
He had 38 that game, so of course,
I would say,
you know what I'm saying. But consistently wise, I think Chet probably. Mind you, I've only seen a couple of Chet games. I've watched Wemby more than Chet this year. I've watched Wemby more than Chet, but just based on the couple of games I've seen Chet consistently playing really good. But both of them been playing really good though.
They have. They've both been great.
They both been playing good, so I can't call it. I can't call it.
What other notable rookies will be in there? And by the way, next week we're gonna start our rookie ladder, and we'll do that every other week. Every 2 weeks, we'll come in and re-rank the rookies. And on top of that, at the beginning of every month, we'll do our team rankings as well. Mm-hmm. But what other rookies have been notable?
The 3 best rookies have been, I think, quite easily Wemby, Chet, and Asar. Mm-hmm. I think most people would agree that's been the 3 best rookies. Brandon Miller has played well from my knowledge. Anthony Black has started 1 game and looked great. Love what I'm seeing from him.
We have not seen enough of him.
Yeah, I need to see more. Kayson Wallace has been very good. Derek Lively.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Saucer out of Detroit.
Marcus Sasser for sure. Fantastic.
Definitely nice.
Is there anyone else I'm missing?
Kid in Utah, George.
Keontae George, yeah. I haven't watched many Utah games. I think I watched 1. So
don't sleep on Sasha. Don't sleep on Sasha.
Shout out, Mr.
He does count as a rookie, yeah. Okay, yeah. So Vasenkov, yeah, he's played well in the time I've seen of him. Fantastic shooter. Left-handed Larry Bird. Sorry, have to.
Great hustle player too. Great hustle player.
So yeah, those are like the best notable rookies I've seen so far. But yeah, Chet's played the best. I
would say Chet. If we're just doing 3, I would say Chet. I would say Wemby, and I would go Asor. Yeah, Asor have to be in my top 3 in terms of just totality. I know offense hasn't been there completely this season. It's kind of caught on in more recent games. He's been scoring better, but the defense, energy, effort, rebounding, just everything else has been phenomenal since the preseason, honestly. So he would be my top 3. Brandon Miller is pushing up there, though. I'm not going to lie. Once they starting Brandon Miller, I feel like if he start having those 28, 30-minute nights for real, like real starter minutes, he might start putting up some crazy numbers because I've been saying this since day one. Baby PG, man. That is baby Paul. It's the reason he said Paul George is his GOAT, because that is who he wants to be. Because that's all I see when I watch him.
I have to declare a public apology to Chet Holmgren. Sir, I did not know your skill set was that nice.
I was not familiar with your game.
I did not know that your skill set was that nice. You look very comfortable 15 to 18 feet away from the basket. You look very comfortable handling the ball in transition. You do not have a problem shot faking at the free throw line and taking the ball to the basket. You do not have a problem shooting the basketball, whether it's in the mid-range or the long ball, even around the basket. I did not know from an offensive standpoint. I had an idea about you defensively. I thought that you could be elite defensively, but offensively, I was not familiar with your skill set. And I have to make a public apology, sir. You are super nice. Absolutely.
Best rookie in the league. So shout out to him.
All right, y'all, moving along. Clad Diamond with a diamond super chat that he sent through. He said the Hawks are the best offensive team in the league. I don't care what y'all say.
Well, statistically, it's Boston. So.
Shout out Jalen Johnson. Glad he getting a shot.
The Hawks have looked good as of recent. From me watching the fact that they're winning games, still haven't watched much of them, but based on the fact that they're winning games, look good. I think they just beat the Pelicans, right? See, a lot of Hawks fans who I talk to definitely singing the praises of Jalen Johnson right now. Who I did believe in, but I was kind of surprised it was taking longer than I anticipated for him to become a high-level player.
It's because that bum was in the way. That's why. Really, honestly, I really think they should have played it. They should have played them both together. I don't see why they both could have fit together.
I don't think they could shoot well enough to make that viable with Clint Capella there as well.
Jalen's been shooting pretty good this year, though. And John can shoot.
Yeah. Last year, neither one of them could shoot. So I think that's where the problems come in. But I was high on Jalen Johnson coming out of Duke, even though like he didn't put up crazy numbers. The athleticism, the ability to play in transition, the tools he had. I was like, okay, I think whoever gets him, they might be getting a steal because I think he was ranked pretty high coming in, then just had a slower year at Duke and then went like, where did he go in the draft? Like 25th or something. So I was high on him, and now it seems like he's figuring it out and he's playing well. So I'm happy for Atlanta. They seem to have some sense of direction where they're going, and maybe the overreactions of the first 2 or 3 games can stop.
This wouldn't be a good time to say I told you so, but it would be a good time to say shout out to DeJounte Murray. He's averaging 21, 6 assists. I think that's that definitely has been a reason that that they're streaking right now. They've pieced together a couple games. So, I mean, DeJounte balls, it's looking like more than likely the Hawks are going to look good. If he doesn't, who knows? But keeping it pushing, though, BD Productions said, y'all see how bad Low was at basketball trivia without basketball reference. Dub killed him. No,
I didn't see it. What happened? Did he get roasted?
Yeah, there was some questions that you'd expect a person of Lowe's caliber in his mind to get right that he didn't get right, such as the most rebounds ever in a playoff game. You'd expect Lowe to know that, considering he loves to talk about his basketball. You'd think he'd know that. Didn't seem to know that. Or the only point guard with 3 MVPs and 3 Finals MVPs. You'd expect Lowe to know that. But I guess I don't know. Maybe.
How does Lowe not know that?
I don't know, but
you should not have to look that up. Everybody knows who that is. That is not news.
Just looking at the questions they got compared to the questions me and Cho got, no comment. They got very easy questions. They got very easy questions. I don't know what was told to these producers about the questions we got.
Yeah,
no comment. So
that's crazy. Lowe getting slam dunks and airballing it. How you airball a dunk?
I mean, when you got low athleticism, makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Airball a dunk. If you can't touch the rim,
you can still try to throw the ball in and miss everything completely. I've seen it on 2K. Happens a lot. Yeah.
Damn. Well, shout out Dub, body and low.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Gratsky with the super chat said DeRozan over Dirk is a wild take.
Mars, I just feel like DeRozan lived in the mid-range. I don't feel like Dirk lived in the mid-range. I think he played a lot on the box. I think he played more on the long ball line. Don't get me wrong. He was awesome in the mid-range. I just don't think that he played in the mid-range as much as DeRozan did.
He might not have lived there because, like, Dirk had houses all over. He invested in real estate.
Everywhere.
His house in the mid-range was much nicer than DeMar DeRozan's house. DeMar DeRozan might only have a house in the mid-range, but it's a nice house. It's a top 15 house. But Dirk Nowitzki,
like
his house, he might
bedrooms.
not live there. He might not live there all the time. It might be a summer vacation home, but it's one of the best vacation homes you ever seen. Top 5.
It's like an island home, Mars.
Yeah,
That's
the way I'm viewing it. That's the way I'm viewing it. You
which
might
is-
have houses all
fair.
over the 3-point line, at the rim, and the low post, mid
which is
post.
fair.
You got houses everywhere. But that house in the mid-range, it's a top 5 house.
And the house that DeRozan lived in the mid-range, I mean, he'd been living there for like 22 years. And it's that the foundation of that house is a lot more stable than Dirk's beach house. Dirk's beach house might be nicer, but the house that DeRozan lives in, he's been living there for years, and he's not moving either, by the way, Mars. There's the other rental properties that he has, you know, at the 3-point line and at the rim, stuff like that. He's there not even seasonally. He's there like every once in a while. You'll find him there. If you're looking for him, you'll find him at the house in the mid-range.
But you're telling it, the property taxes is high as hell. The HOA be tripping. You know, it's some problems over there at DeMar's house.
Hey, Damo, I want to apologize. I had a bad connection. I wanted to touch on one thing me and you was talking about before I got cut out. We was talking about the AD thing. My only thing to you was this. I think AD is one of the most talented players I have seen as a big man in a long time. And I'm talking about offensively and defensively. So I don't just hold him to one standard on defense, because when we've had great players that we've held to that standard on defense and offense, like Hakeem. Hakeem, we expected him to be the best defensive player and the best offensive player on the court. So with AD,
and he was.
He has literally cried and complained about not being the leader and not feeling like the leader of the team. Remember when LeBron James broke the scoring record, AD sat down. He didn't stand up. He sat down. He kind of felt different. He kind of felt like he wasn't given that role, which is why you had LeBron come out and say, hey, this is AD's team. With him saying that, he's trying to empower AD. But as a leader, you should want to empower yourself. The only thing we're saying is that his attempts, sometimes AD will get the ball and just give it up. He won't be aggressive and go at it. We're saying, look, if you're shooting 10 or 15 from the field, shouldn't you get 20 shots? Shouldn't you get more shots the more efficient you are? So if you're that efficient of a player, you should get, and you should want more opportunities. So all we're saying is a guy like AD on the offensive end, when you're that skilled, when you can do that many things, post up, because AD can score in the post. You said something about the centers. Bro, the league ain't like it used to be. It ain't got no big bruising centers that's out here running around here, pushing dudes around and stuff like that. You can be a center out here and get work easy. You know what I'm saying? You only got to worry about 3 different guys in the league, really, at the center spot. So I deject that notion of what you said, because I think AD is better than damn near everybody else. And I think his skill set is better than Giannis's offensively. I think his skill set is on par with Jokic's offensively, except for the passing. But as far as the scoring and everything else, athleticism, ability, he can do things Jokic can't do. Play above the rim, things like that. AD just got the whole package, man. When you see a dude that skilled and that blessed, gifted, bro, you got to want it, man. You got a guy who wants it. If AD had the same hunger as Giannis had, just think of if he had the same drive as Giannis had. Bro, we be talking about AD in a whole different – we be talking about him as – and I know you're going to say that's not him, but that's the problem we have. You can't say you want to be a leader and then not want to portray those attributes of leadership.
Well, clearly it is, though, because we've seen him go up against Giannis and put 40 and 20 on him, right? We've seen him go up against Joker and put 40 and 20 on him. So he obviously got that in him. The question is can you bring it every night? I mean, Scottie Pippen said it about Jordan. He was the one who kept me in the gym. He was the one who had me bringing it every night. There's a difference between having that and bringing it every night, as opposed to bringing it every once in a while. The problem Ticket is having is that he's seen you do it, and he's seen you do it on multiple occasions. Why can't you do that every night? What's the problem?
And that's just a mindset, Damo, just being out there. Before the game, it's like, hey, y'all coming to me tonight? Hey, we're going through you every single night. We riding through you, AD. We coming to you every night. You the leader of the team. You gonna lead us. Some nights you might not get 40. Some nights you might not have 35. But guess what? Them attempts gonna be there. The effort was there. His trying was there. When you see him shooting 15 shots and D'Lo and him shooting 17, I know you said something about D'Lo being a shooting guard. Bro, that's unacceptable, bro. Because you're the best player. You're the most dominant player on the team. You have the best skill set. You're supposed to get the most shots. That's the problem I have. What I said with Wemby right now with the Spurs. Pop has seen what the kid can do. Give him the ball now. The better I see you do, the more I feel like I can feed you and hand responsibility to you. And that is what separates Giannis and AD. It ain't skills. It's Giannis's drive, his will, and his determination on a nightly basis to be the greatest player on the basketball court. I think that is the difference with AD mentally, and I don't think that he has that, and I think that is the problem with him because he damn sure got the skill set to do what we saying he doing.
All right, y'all, keeping it pushing. Super chat from Dwayne. He said, "Who's closer to who? Jokic defense to Giannis defense, or Giannis's offense to Jokic's offense?"
Neither.
The offense.
I don't think Giannis, like I said, I already walked that back. I don't think Giannis is as good at an offensive player as Joker, and I don't think it's close, to be honest with you.
I don't think it's close either, but the defense is such a huge gap that, you know, the gap on defense is crazy big. And the gap on offense, while the offense doesn't look the same, the production is close enough to where I could go with that.
Yeah, you gotta say the gap on offense is closer, but I've been trying to give because I've been pushing Jokic propaganda. It was like best player in the world, 1A, 1B for over a year, and then Jokic won. That's why everyone switched up and say he's the best. So I was like trying to be the contrarian, saying, "Nah, Giannis still got it." Blah blah blah. Giannis ain't got it. I don't know what to tell you. Giannis ain't. Jokic is better than him. I'm here trying to be like, nah, Giannis had it before the playoffs. Everyone switched up. So why'd you guys switch up now? It's still Nah. I'm gonna be honest. I need to stop trying to do that and trying to make everyone remain on consistency. Jokic is the best player in the world.
Do I still sound crazy and look like a hater? Am I still a hater? Do I still sound crazy for saying that trade wasn't what y'all thought it was?
What trade?
The Dame trade?
You know, Milwaukee, you know, Dame and Drew, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's probably
I said that. Everybody got mad. Everybody got mad.
They was real pissed about that ticket.
Yeah, but hey, back to what you were saying, Mars. I want to ask Mars something about what he just said. Do you really? Let's think about that. Do you really think that Jokic is better than Giannis? This is what I want to say, right? If we put Jokic and Giannis in the same situation, right? Let's say we put Giannis on that same team Jokic was on when he won MVP when Murray was hurt. Do you think Giannis could have did more than what Jokic did with that team?
I think they
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
They damn near lose to Portland, but I don't like judging players by that because the Nuggets are built for Jokic's skill set. The Bucks are meant to be built for Giannis's skill set. Jokic's defensive deficiencies are hidden by the fact that the Nuggets get a bunch of perimeter defenders around him, and he can run the whole offense through him, and they don't really need to have as many creative. Giannis's strengths are about his ability to get out in transition, push the pace, and be a help side rim protector. So what do? With Drew Holiday, I'm talking about before Dame. With Drew Holiday, they have a point of attack defender. They have an elite rim protector that makes Giannis's job as a roamer easier, and that fuels the Milwaukee Bucks transition offense. Jokic in that situation next to Brook Lopez doesn't work the same. Same way with Giannis in Denver, they don't have the elite rim protector to where Giannis can be the roamer and excel. Because when Giannis didn't have Brook Lopez, the Bucks defense fell off because of the fact that they didn't have that. Not taken away from Giannis's defense, but I'm talking about how teams are constructed to benefit the superstar. I don't think we could just switch situations and say, well, who would look better in what situation? Because teams are built for their superstars. So at that point, why does it matter how you would look in
I think Giannis is better. That's all. I just think Giannis, I know Jokic, it looks better what he does. I just think Giannis is better. When it comes down to the come down, if you say, hey, you got to pick one of these two guys, I'm rolling with Giannis Antetokounmpo, man. And I'm rolling with him because he gives it to me on both ends of the court. Yeah, he's not going to give me the 9 assists that Jokic is going to give me. But guess what? He's going to give me 30. He's going to give me 12 rebounds. He's going to give me first team or second team all defensive level play. Right. Jokic is not giving you anywhere near that on the defensive end. His offensive end is great, But then in his peak offensively, he's going to give you, 26, 11, and 8 and 9 assists. Now, if you value that over a whole all-around performance, which is, top 15 defense in the league from Giannis and top 5 player in the league from Giannis, then, that's different. But I value Giannis Antetokounmpo more because I believe defense wins championships. And if it comes down to it, and I need him defensively to get a stop on somebody and it's all in the wood, I can depend on him more than I can depend on Jokic.
I just look at what Jokic just – go ahead. I'm sorry, Mars.
That was my thinking with Giannis. My thinking as to why I was still standing on the Giannis is the best player in the world is defensively you can't exploit him defensively. Whereas with Jokic, the right matchup might be able to exploit him defensively and make Denver's defense sort of obsolete. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm watching Giannis offensively. I'm like, he's too flawed. He's too flawed offensively to where I can't just be like, well, a defense can just render him more obsolete. I think what he brings on offense, what he brings on defense, fantastic. What he brings on offense is still fantastic. He's a great offensive player, top 10 offensive player in the world, sure.
Right.
But in the playoffs, especially because that's where I think the best players are made in the postseason. The same way we can exploit Jokic on defense, you can exploit Giannis on offense. I think you could do the exact same thing. And I think one is much easier to exploit based on their team construct at the moment. And
Can I ask you a question about that?
Sure, go ahead.
How can you say that when you can look at what Giannis has averaged the last few years in the playoffs?
Because I think I heard you say about Anthony Davis, it's not about stats. It's not.
No, I'm saying no. I'm saying, but you. No, I'm saying no. Listen, what I'm saying.
You're saying you're being exploited offensively.
No, I'm saying you're saying that it's easier to exploit him offensively. And my answer to that, to what you just said, is that if I disagree, because I think that you don't see them building walls to stop one guy in Jokic. They're literally building walls to try to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo in the playoffs.
And
so
it worked.
you have to have the whole team to try to build a wall to stop one player. Hold on, just try to stop one player, and he's still putting up. Remember, before last year, he was averaging 30. He led the whole playoffs in scoring, 31.7 points per game, 14.2 rebounds. Year before that, 30.2 points per game, 12.8 rebounds. Led the NBA in the playoffs. Year before that, 26.7 points per game, 13.8 rebounds. Year before that, 25.5, 12.3 rebounds. This is what these guys putting whole teams in front of him, building a wall trying to stop this dude. So I disagree with what you're saying to a certain extent, because I don't think Jokic faces those type of defense because his game ain't as one-dimensional. But the fact that Giannis's game is so one-dimensional, they build walls, and he still puts up these numbers. And most of the time, either they're winning. If he's not hurt, they're winning, or they're advancing in series. You know what I'm saying? I just have to disagree based off what I see from Jokic.
Can't we say the same thing about what you just said about Giannis? We could say the same thing about Joker. I mean, every defense is tailored around slowing down Joker because he's the anchor of that offense, not just from a scoring standpoint. Yes, they're doing everything. If you watch that Golden State series when they played them in 2022, where Golden State won the NBA championship, they were doubling and tripling everything that they were doing to get the ball out of Jokic's hands. He still managed to go 31-13 in that series. And he didn't shoot a high percentage because they jumped him. What they tried to do was push him off the block. They tried to push him as far away from the basket. And even when he did that, he's still without MPJ, without Jamal Murray, without MPJ and without Jamal Murray. He was still playmaking. With all of those things being said, we're talking about a guy who gives effort on defense. Me and Mars have already had this conversation. Mars, I'm really trying to run 100. I just can't run it as fast as you. I'm trying, though. And the difference is he's not like a lump on defense where he's just a cone where you could go by him. No, he's going to give effort. He's going to dig in the paint. He's going to rebound. Like you talked about him averaging 11 rebounds. Ticket, I think he's third in the league in rebound. He averaged almost 13 rebounds a game. Last year, he averaged almost 13 rebounds a game. Joker is a glass cleaner, just like Giannis. He is not one of these guys that's just standing around and waiting for rebounds to come to him. No, that's not his game at all. So
what I'm saying, is the defense close?
No, the defense isn't close. I don't think
is the offense close. Well, I can ask y'all too, Dom. Do y'all see the same defenses like Chill said? Do y'all think that Jokic, Bob, you, Ron, all y'all think Jokic sees the same defenses that y'all seen put on Giannis?
It's not the same defense because it's about skill set.
I was about to say it's not the same. It's not the same defenses. But this whole time I was thinking about the comparison between both players. Even if you go to the teams they won a championship with, or just how the teams are constructed. If you put Jokic on those Bucks teams, I think those Bucks teams are still better than the Nuggets with Giannis. I think, and I don't even think it's going to be a case of now you're playing Jokic and Brook Lopez together. No, you just move Brook to the bench, and now you stop Robbie Portis next to Jokic, which I don't see as too bad of an idea. When you look at that Nuggets team, you just put Giannis on there. That changes the entirety of how that offense is ran. When in reality, that Bucks team offense runs a lot better now that you have Jokic down there in the paint, being able to play make off others. The ball comes out of Drew Holiday's hands. I can understand the differences in a dribble handoff with Drew versus Jamal, but I feel like Drew will be put in a lot better situations to score playing with a guy like Jokic versus a guy like Giannis. Middleton can get his shots. You have guys like Pat Connaughton and whoever these who's are cutting to the baskets or just hitting a shot. I mean, I see that Bucks team working a lot better.
With Dame now, with Dame now,
it's not even a question. It's not even a question with Dame being there. But go ahead, Mark.
The Mike Budenholzer tax on the 2021 Bucks with Jokic.
With this new team, this new Bucks team with Dame, I think Jokic, is crazy with Dame. But I will say, I don't think you can really stop either one of them. Obviously, building the wall slowed Giannis down a couple times. I don't think you can stop any one of them on defense. But I think kind of what Dama was saying, when you factor in Jokic's skill set, there's absolutely nothing you can do to slow down that offense because he can do everything on the court. So it's kind of like.
Let me ask you a question, Ox. we saying this, right? And okay, I give y'all. Jokic is giving you 8-9 assists, easy. But Giannis giving you 5 assists too with the 30 balls. Giannis is giving you 5 assists. So
if we're counting the assist, if we're counting the assist and just me passing to the guy that's shooting the ball, okay, I can give you that. But we're talking about just the offense moving. The offense don't move with Giannis that much. And I'm not calling Giannis a ball stopper necessarily, but the offense don't move like it does with Jokic.
Well, it doesn't move, but even though it doesn't move, Giannis is, because he attracts a lot of attention, especially in transition. He does create a lot of shots for a lot of other people. He does create shots for Portis in transition. He does create a lot of shots for a lot of guys because he attracts so much attention.
He's not creating shots that wouldn't have been created.
Sure he is.
Hold on, who's creating them if he's not on the court?
I disagree. Whoever got the ball.
No,
hold on. You think but you have to have the attention he has to be able to create the way he creates. They're not drawing that attention.
Not necessarily.
It's called gravity.
You think Chris Middleton's drawing the same attention, Bob? You think Chris Middleton's drawing the same attention?
No. All you gotta do is move without the ball. And
Come on, bro. Damo, y'all ain't saying nothing, Damo.
I don't agree with what Ox is saying.
Okay, you don't agree. What I'm saying is this. If I got the ball at the top of the key and you just stand there, you're not, you know what I'm saying? You're not getting the ball. But you have to move without the ball. If people are moving without the ball, it's not me that's getting you open.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But this is the offensive set. I might be the one that passes you the ball, so yeah, I get the assist, but I'm not getting you open. Just move. You can't just stand stagnant on offense.
Actually, that's not true, Ox, because now we're talking about a guy in Bobby Portis who's at the top of the key. He doesn't have that gravity that they looking at him defensively, as opposed to a guy like Giannis, where we're closing in on him because the guy that's standing in front of him, we know for a fact he can't stand in front of him. So when Middleton comes up off a pin down, he knows he's going to be wide open because this guy on the wing's got to help because I'm going to just blow right past him. And the guy in the paint, he also has to help, which is called playmaking. If Bobby Portis can't do that, Brook Lopez can't do that.
If you set a pin down, if you set a pin down for Mars,
it's not as simple as just having the basketball and set a down screen for this dude. You open, I'll pass you the ball. It's not that simple. Absolutely,
it is that simple. If you can't guard that. Like if you move without the basketball, it doesn't matter what I'm doing with the ball. Now I'm not. We haven't spoke on the fact where if I am attacking the rim over here, if I am causing something, then that will cause people to look at me. Right. But that doesn't have to happen for us to run offense. All that has to happen is for this ball to move and for you to move without the ball.
Isn't that part of it?
If you're going to stand there stagnant, then I have to create something. But if the offense is moving, you know what I'm saying, then it's not necessary for me to have gravity. My point, Draymond Green. How many times is Draymond Green being double teamed and all types of pressure and all eyes on Draymond? It doesn't work like that. Steph Curry moves without the ball. Klay Thompson moves without the ball. Andrew Wiggins sets down picks. What's his name? Kevon Looney sets down picks. They're setting screens away from the ball. Nobody, we not standing around looking at Draymond, but you can't do nothing about Steph Curry moving without the ball. When he catches that ball and he got 3 feet of space, that's you might as well go that way.
Even if that's true, Big Ox, when Steph Curry is moving without the ball, he does create gravity from other people, where other people see him running the baseline and they're screaming, Curry on the baseline. And now we got switches. Now that means other guys are open. Now you got your playmaker at the top, like Draymond, who is a threat to go to the basket. It's not just, hey, set this down screen for Steph Curry. He's going to come off. He's going to curl. He's going to be wide open. Well, it's not that simple when you got a guy like Steph Curry, or you got another guy on the wing like in Klay Thompson, who shoots the basketball equally as well as this dude and is bigger. It's not just, and you got Draymond going to the basket, being a threat. It's not just this guy has the ball and he's going to be open and that's going to be the end of it. Absolutely not. What you're trying to sell me is you're trying to sell me that all 5 of us out here, we all equally have the same gravity. No, we do not. No, we don't.
We don't have to have equal gravity.
Even if the ball is moving,
what I'm saying is I don't have to be an exception, a super great offensive threat. I don't have to be a big threat to get you open. If I'm just attacking the rim, having some type of movement, right, that's all it takes. Right. That's all it takes. So what I'm saying is I don't have to be Giannis Antetokounmpo to be able to dribble the ball and kick it to an open man. That's all I'm saying.
Only except he is Giannis Antetokounmpo, and he is creating that gravity. And those guys are getting better looks at the basket because of the gravity.
And they would still be open if it was Pat Connaughton with the ball. Just gotta move it out the ball.
All right, fellas, keeping it pushing. Ladarius Munford said, salute to the panel. How did y'all feel about the in-season tournament courts in real time? For me, the courts were kind of distracting and too much on some courts. OKC and the Bulls in particular was way too much. How do we feel about
Halliburton almost tear his the family jewels open. So I was worried about that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's serious right there. The way he fell, bro. That could have went left, because if he would have tore his hamstring, that would have put him out for a long time. And trust me, I've had that type of injury. Those are the worst. The groin, those are the worst type of injuries to overcome.
You can't do nothing about it.
That groin injury. You can't do nothing with a groin. And when he grabbed his groin, I was like, oh man. So when I seen that, I was just like, that is it course slippery or what? But that was the biggest thing I think I had seen.
Ticket, you talking about that game when he scored 43 and had 13 assists?
Look, I don't have a listen, bro. Since y'all want to say
I'm going to lock up my LaMelo.
That's how I brought that game up.
Big LaMelo
defense. Look, listen. Tell him do it again and again and again. Tell him to get his team to the playoffs. How about y'all do that? So y'all want to glorify the dude? Tell him and tell Adamo, other boy, Tate Cunningham, tell them to get their teams to the playoffs. Stop taking all these L's.
Hey, Tyrese gonna be there. And when he get there, he's going to keep leading the league in assists.
Just tell him don't get beat by 40 every other night. How about that?
He wasn't there when they lost by 40.
Hey, that's the problem. MIA.
It was actually 50. So if we be in Texas.
Oh yeah, 50.
Yeah.
It's crazy who we give like praise to and hopes for young players, and the other guys is, they got to prove it. It's extreme bias, but I feel it. In terms of the courts and the jerseys for the play of the midseason tournament, I don't know, man. I didn't mind it. I wasn't like falling out my chair in excitement, but I wasn't disgusted. I've seen so many people genuinely upset and complaining about, oh my God, look at the red and how it bounces off the black. Like, all right, bro, so do better. Like, watch basketball. Like, are people that like bothered? Like, y'all really want to complain that bad? I was in Discord. People complain about the jersey every game. We watch hella games. Every game. Oh my God! Look at the jerseys. I'm like, what are you, a woman? Like, watch the game. Like,
Damo, you made a really good point.
Jerseys for
ain't nobody watching the game, Damo. They don't care about basketball.
And
they
Damo,
really don't.
Yeah, they don't. Because Damo made a really good point of who they're targeting and who are they targeting. They ain't targeting us because we already in. They targeting the casual fan to get them on the hook. That's the people that they paying attention to. That's why they doing stuff like uniforms and courts, the color of the court and stuff like that. That does make a lot of sense. You made a really good point with that.
That's Damo Burns Highlands.
What about Bones?
I have no idea what's going on. I'm just watching the games. It's just what courts are different, judges are different. I have no clue what's happening. I'm just there.
It was a quote of Bones. It was a quote of Bones. He was just like, "Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the end season thing. Like he was like, I just don't know what's going on. I'm just playing games. I don't know what's going on.
I have no clue.
I don't think it was that distracting. Like I mean, I guess if your eyes are that sensitive or you just can't pay attention to basketball, yeah, sure. I guess it was distracting having bright, vibrant colors on the court at sometimes, or just things being different. But I don't know. In a world where everyone goes on social media and complains about everything being rehashed and redone and any new stuff, every time some new stuff happens, everyone just complains. And nigga, y'all don't like new stuff. I will say that people don't like new stuff.
They don't like it until they like it, Damo. Like, remember last year, there was a lot of us up here talking about, oh, the in-season tournament's trash. It's gonna be this. It's not gonna be. I tried to tell y'all that it was actually gonna be a little better than y'all thought it would be.
It does not suck.
Wait, we haven't spoke about Golden State absolutely robbing OKC yet, have we?
They did not get jerked. They didn't get jerked.
I don't know in what world.
That was not a goaltend.
In what world is that not a goaltend?
When you touch the ball in the rim while the ball is on the cylinder?
We saw 3 different angles. And the angle that I saw, which was on the left side of the floor with Josh Giddey and Draymond, Josh Giddey hit the net. Draymond didn't touch the ball. It looked like he touched it. He did not touch the ball. When I saw it, well, the ball was already
the rim.
He didn't touch the ball
above the cylinder, and he touched the rim.
Did he touch the rim, Chet Town?
I mean, he hit Josh Giddey's arm in.
If he touched the rim, it's goaltend.
Yes,
I didn't got away with all of them.
He smacked the rim.
If he touched the rim, it's goaltend.
It's a goaltend if he touched the rim. 100%.
Yeah, if he touched the rim.
I didn't see that.
But Giddey touch it first?
Draymond hit Giddey's arm into the net. He committed like 3 offenses and got away with every single one, and the bucket counted. Whatever.
And you can tell he got away with robbery. At the end of the game, you can see how Draymond was reacting. Draymond literally walked up to every Warrior player and just laughing. He's walking up laughing at the end of the game, knowing he got away with murder. The whole
it's the Warriors, Damo.
Draymond literally looked at the replay and looked at Steph and said, "My bad," and then the F word. Literally said that. You can see it on the broadcast. He said that. He knows there was a goaltend, and then the ref, the rim was inconsequential. The ball was already good. What? Like, since when does that matter? It was the most nonsensical call I've ever seen. And then I'm seeing it all over. Oh, robbery. Yes, they got robbed. That was bad.
Yeah, that was sad right there. That was. But it wasn't as bad as Draymond crying though about kicking dude in the sack after he don't kick everybody and their mama in the sack.
He got kicked in the sack yesterday, by the way.
Yeah.
Yes,
he was crying to the NBA online saying it's a travesty that they didn't punish the dude who kicked him. But he don't kick everybody and their mama and they sack over and over.
Should have kicked him harder.
Hey, when karma hits, man. When karma hits, people don't like it.
Should have kicked him twice.
You mean when karma kicks? Poor Draymond.
Should have kicked him once in each testicle.
What's wrong with you, man?
I just don't like that, brother. That's all.
You got a gruesome mind, man. That man said each testicle. God, dog, man. You trying to make sure he don't have no more kids. You trying to make sure all his kids don't grow.
You can't hit him. Don't hit him in both the nuts at the same time. Hit him in one. Just one. Bob is evil. Bob straight up evil.
Can I ask real quick? How did y'all feel about those? Because we were talking about how people don't like new stuff. And Ron, you're right. People don't like it until they like it. How did y'all feel about the sleeve jerseys back in like 2016, 17, 15?
Where James went. James looked like he's about to bust out of that.
He literally ripped it open because he claimed he didn't like how tight it was on his arms. So he ripped it. But how did y'all like them? Osh, you said they were fire. Ron, Mars, Ticket, Chill. Y'all like them?
I was rocking with them. I think they should have kept them.
Those are guys like Damo. You see guys sometimes that wear that stuff underneath their jerseys. Yeah, guys like that like those type of fits. Like sometimes I would wear that underneath the jersey, like one of those things. So, like I said, it just depends. LeBron ain't that type of dude. LeBron feel like if you put anything on his arms, it's gonna restrict his movement or restrict him. So if you're not used to wearing that like that and it don't feel the same, you're gonna complain about it.
No, let me just say, I remember at that time, people hated those jerseys. Again, when LeBron ripped it, that was being pushed with the narrative of how much the NBA players don't even like this jersey. Look at it. LeBron's ripping it off his arms because he can't stand it. He was complaining about it post interviews and stuff like that. So everyone at that time, it was a lot. I'm not going to say everyone, because I've messed with them. A lot of people hated those jerseys. The players didn't like them. Fans didn't like them. Tons of players didn't like them. Years later, now people look back, no, bro, those shits is really kind of fire. I like them. They were really nice. That's how these city jerseys are about to be, and that's how these courts are about to be. I promise you. In the next upcoming years, they never do this again. It's going to get to a point where people are complaining about their whack courts, and it's going to be, I ain't going to lie, man, that mid-season tournament.
Dama, what about the balls?
How the Pacers blue bounced off the black was pretty cool. Like, all right, bro.
Remember the jerseys? I don't know about the courts.
We did do that for one season. I do remember that.
Yep. What you think about the balls, though?
Focus, Damo. We talking about
I'm serious. No, I'm serious. They used to have the Spalding. They used to have the listen, chill town. The one Shaq you done played with. Yeah. Bro, listen, I played with that ball before. It's kind of hard to kind of grip it, but it's that's the real leather peel. Then they changed it.
They only had it for one season.
They had those sticky balls. Remember they had the problem with the sticky balls?
Yeah.
They had the smaller sticky, and then they just changed the whole. I think they went from Spalding to something else.
Focus.
What they had now, Wilson?
Yes.
Yeah, now it's Wilson. Yeah.
It looked like it's the same composite. It looked like it's the same material. They just changed the name from Spalding to Wilson. It looked like it's the same thing.
Right, but I think those balls made it easier to shoot now because those old NBA balls, bro, you really had to, you know what I'm saying? You really had to have, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, grip and game to put them things in the rack the way they felt.
Yeah, you have to grip those balls for real.
Pause. Hey, Damo, would you focus, Damo? Damo, would you focus? Focus, Damo. As you were saying, Ron. Where we at, Ron?
Everybody cool? Chat, y'all good? Chat, y'all good? Damo Mars.
Damo real back in.
I'm good.
Get my man Damo real back in because he wild right now.
Mars up there looking like Money Mike. Damon.
Oh, man. All right, moving along. Lou Bang sent through the super chat. He said the NBA should have mixed conferences for the tournament, or am I tripping? Would like to know what groups y'all would have created.
I'm definitely all for that. I think that would have been dope.
Mixed conferences. All they did was just change the division title to Group A because it's the same thing, or Group B.
I didn't even notice. Is that what it is?
That's all they did, Damo. All they did was the divisions, and they just changed it to Group A.
No, chill. It's different divisions.
New Orleans.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
It's random divisions.
What I'm saying. What I'm saying, Damo, is the Atlantic Division with Philly, the Brooklyn, the Knicks, Toronto, and
Boston.
And Boston. All right, so it's the same division. They just took Atlantic off and put Group A.
No, chill. It's not the same divisions.
This is what I'm saying. It's this is the example that I'm giving you. They just took Group A off and they took Philly out of that division and put Atlanta in it. That's all they did. It's the same thing.
Like I said, I don't know what's going on. So, sure, I'm.
Hey,
I'm just enjoying the game. I genuinely don't know what's going on with anything.
Do they have to play extra games for the championship, or does that count in the season?
It's one extra game if you make the finals, I think. Oh, two. See, yeah, I don't.
Oh, that's when they go to Vegas. They got to play 2 extra games, but those 2 games don't count. Those 2 games don't count on your regular season record, do it?
No.
I think if you're in the finals, I think they don't count.
The finals is an extra game. Oh no, I know if you're in the finals, you're gonna play 73 games technically.
83.
And what's the prize for the tournament championship? As far as you don't get an automatic playoff seed and nothing like that.
It's money, I think.
Yeah, it's money. They just
winner,
actually.
The winner. So let's say I don't know. Let's say Miami wins it. Each dude on the crew get an extra 500 stacks if they win it.
And they just added a prize on for the coach too. So the coach gets $500K, and I think the assistant coaches all the way down to the assistant.
They got to split some money. Yeah, they got to split some money.
Does each player get it though? Each player gets 500, right?
500,000. Bob, you the 11th dude on the crew, and the Miami Heat win the championship. You get a check for $500,000.
Okay, that's what's up. Because you know how they like to do that. Get the other guys a meal, and everybody else you get 20 bands. Right?
Nah, everybody.
That'd be fucked up.
I didn't agree with Tyrese Halliburton's assessment of them. If you win the in-season tournament, you automatically in the playoffs. What the hell? No, we ain't doing that.
Yeah, it's only like
how many games you got to play total.
I'm forward to incentivize it or something. It was either that or I heard somebody say you get an automatic bye. Like
no, you should get an automatic play-in seed. I think.
No, not
I think you should get a play-in seed.
If it's a tiebreaker, you automatically get like the tiebreaker or whatever it is. If it comes down to it.
I think I think it should be play-in seed at least, not playoffs, but play-in. At least you get like
$500,000 ain't enough.
You devaluing the play. What you're doing now when you do that is you devaluing the regular season again, which is why they did this.
No, the regular season.
All you have to do is just not make the in-season tournament end in December and make it end in like March. So it's damn near at the end of the season.
Now, if you want to do that, okay,
at that point, then if you win it and you get a guaranteed playing spot and you're already the 6th seed, you're chilling. But like right now, you're making it end in December. So now if you did it and you got a guaranteed playing spot, yeah, you just load manage the rest of the year.
Right. That's my point.
There we go. We're in the playoffs. Cool. But if you make it end in March and you'd say, oh, it's a guaranteed playing spot if you win, the team that's already the 2 seed probably going to make the playoffs anyway, but they can still go ahead and win the tournament, just have it for the sake of it.
Kind of like
the teams that are like the 9 seed or that might drop out, they're going to go extra hard to win that in-season tournament because they want that playing spot locked up. I think that would make sense. You just got to make the in-season tournament not happen at the start of the season. Then you'll be fine.
Which is fair because that's basically what the NCAA tournament is, where you get late into the season and in March. So North Carolina wins the ACC tournament. They probably wrapped up a number 1 seed. If they win if they win the NCAA, if they win the ACC regular season championship and they finish number 2 in the country, they probably wrapped up a number 1 seed when the tournament comes around. They're going to make the tournament, as opposed to in the beginning of the season, if I don't know, North Carolina, they had an in-season tournament, and in the beginning of the season, North Carolina ends up winning 3 or 4 games, we automatically gonna give them a number 1 seed. No.
Do y'all still like the play-in tournament? I wish you just go back to the playoffs. I wish you just go 8 seeds.
We already got a play-in tournament. 82 games. Yeah. You got 82 games to get into the playoffs.
There's no reason to me why a 10 seed should have a shot at the playoffs.
No, you're not a playoff team. You're not, Mars. You 10 games under 500. You're in 10th place, and you 2 games ahead of the 11th seed. You're not a playoff team. No, you're not.
The only time I'd accept it if like 8 and 9 is very close. Like the 7th seed shouldn't have to be competing for the play-in. I'm sorry. 7th seed, you made it. 8 and 9, I get it. When they did it in the bubble, it was 8 and 9 they were competing, and they did a play-in game for the 8th seed. I kind of get that. Just do the 8 and 9 seed play-in, but that's only if they're close by like 1 or 2 games. If you're 4 games behind them, there's no reason you should have a chance of making the playoffs in
Mars. And I agree with you. You know what I think they should do, Mars, is that the teams that don't make the playoffs, I think that they should take the highest ranked team and give them the number 1 overall pick. Give those the most balls. In the
give them the better lottery odds.
Yeah, give them a better chance.
So the team that just missed the playoffs, you get the number 1 pick.
That would incentivize teams to.
That would make all the other teams. I actually like that. They should do it like that instead of the play-in tournament. Because, like Mars said, listen, let's be honest. And I know somebody gonna get mad and say something. Bro, the Miami Heat wasn't supposed to be in the playoffs last year, bro. They went to the Eastern Conference Final.
Well, they were a 7th seed. Here's the problem, though, Ticket. The problem is that as a 7th seed, I shouldn't have to compete with the 10 seed in order to make the playoffs. I shouldn't. I'm already over these 82 games. I've won enough games to be a top 8 seed. I've already done that. I shouldn't have to play.
Oh, my bad, not Miami. My bad. They finished. Yeah, that's right. I thought they finished the 10th seed and fought in. No, they lost the first game is what happened, and then they won that second game. Okay, that's what happened.
So now what happens, Ticket, if they lose to Chicago? We out. Yeah. Even though this whole season we played well enough to be a top 8 seed.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to do away with that, bro.
I don't get it. Nate, I did it because Dame was like, "No, I'm not going to the bubble if I can't make the playoffs." So it was like, "Yeah, you know what, Dame? We're gonna add this new thing so that if Portland do well enough, you have a chance of making the playoffs." And now here we are. We have a plan. So Dame changed the league. Shout out to Dame, man. Impact.
Hey, Dame did his thing in that bubble. Shout out to bubble MVP.
I mean, it don't really matter.
Ain't
none of them teams gonna win the championship.
No, I'm saying
it ain't hurting nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Would you value that chip?
Miami almost did.
Would you value that, Bob? If a playing team won it, if a 10 seed won a chip, would you value that?
Look, I don't care who wins the championship. If you win the championship, I'm valuing it. I don't care if we.
So if you win 28 games during the season,
if we held the playoffs,
you will value that.
If we held the playoffs at Rucker Park and the 14th seed end up in the championship and they win it, that's a championship.
Ox, you know, 2 of the play-in teams last year was in the Western Conference Championship and the NBA Finals, just so we clear.
Yeah, but they ain't win though.
Oh, so they had to win the NBA championship.
The way I view it, the play-in in 22, the year the Clippers missed it, they should have just been in the playoffs, and then they end up losing the play-in because Paul George goes out with COVID and he can't play in the second play-in game, and now they're out. They should have just been in the playoffs in the first place. They shouldn't have had to play play-in games, and now here they are missing the playoffs because of COVID protocols, and they had to play extra games they didn't need to play. That's why I'm like, there's no need for this. Now
I hear you on that, Mars. My thing
because of a one-game outlier. Like,
if you lost to the at that, what was it that year? Was it OKC and that they put OKC and New Orleans?
Minnesota and New Orleans.
Minnesota, New Orleans. Well, you can't beat them in one game. You ain't winning the championship. So
they lost to the Pelicans and they lost to Minnesota.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Y'all can beat them. Y'all wasn't winning.
No, it went down to the wire.
George, so yeah, probably hard to win.
Yeah, they didn't have Kawhi or PG. It went down to the wire.
If they had Paul George, but he went out with COVID protocols, they probably would have beat New Orleans. Probably. But they didn't. Now here they are.
I like the unpredictability. I think it's, I mean, me personally, I enjoy it. It has some value to it. It gives guys a shot to actually be able to make the playoffs and play. Yes, do some teams get fleeced over or done dirty? Yeah. Now that team being the Clippers, does that make me care? No, it's the Clippers. Hey, that's tough. I'm sorry, that's tough, but it's the Clippers.
Hey,
like I just said, you weren't gonna win anyway. So hey, get out of here early.
The 7 seed, the 8 seed, the 9 seed, the 10 seed, they not winning no damn championship. So it ain't hurt nobody.
I will say this too. If it's a situation where if you're the 9th or 10th seed, and it would be, I knew this happened a lot when I was growing up. I don't know how much happens now. I have to look. But if it's a situation where the 9th and 10th seed, if they were in the East, they would have been a 7th seed or vice versa, then that definitely gives you even more of a reason for it to be a playing game, because you're being shited out of being in the playoffs because your conference is tougher, because we can win more games over here. Now we're not in the playoffs, but you got these guys over here winning 35 games and they're an 8th seed. That's crazy to me. So it gives teams that's fine too. I'm with that. I'm with all types of changes. I'm just saying, personally, with the plans, I'm all for it. And I'll say this. Oh man, didn't they get blown out by the Magic? Who cares?
The Magic are a good team.
Who cares? So. Thank you. They are. If it was the Lakers last year losing the play-in, I'd probably be up here saying the inverse. Man, get this play-in thing out of here. But when you do what you gotta do, you ain't gotta worry about it. I'm just saying.
But that's why Damo. I said during the summertime, they need to play everybody 3 times. You know what I'm saying? No playing them twice and playing them 4 times. Everybody play everybody 3 times, and we go 1 through 16. And let's get it in. So we can get away from we can get off the plane if we do it that way. Let's go 1 through 16. Everybody play everybody 3 times.
Or we're on that super chat that you just had up from Sam when he talked about teams tanking. Yeah, when the reason for the play-in was for lower teams to not tank and have a chance to be competitive and make the playoffs. Okay, well, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like a lottery issue. How about we change the lottery process? Like Ticket just mentioned, we talk about the team at the top, the team that just missed the playoffs, you get the first pick in the draft as opposed to the worst team, because now teams don't tank. Now you have an incentive to get the first pick as opposed to, yo, we garbage, and if we have the worst record, we're gonna have a better shot at getting the first pick. We already got a play-in tournament. You got 82 games to get into the playoffs. If you can't get into the playoffs after 82 games, you're not a playoff team.
That sounds like the poor getting poor.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a fix for this, man. You got the play-in tournament around the same time the play-in tournament's happening. You have the play-in, then you got the lottery tournament. So the teams that don't make the play-in, they compete in the lottery tournament to see who gets the most balls, as Ticket would say, for the lottery, and it goes in the pecking order. So if you win the lottery tournament, you get the most balls. You lose the lottery, you get the second most balls. Both of the final whatever teams that didn't make it into the finals for the lottery, they get tied between the 4th most balls, and then you go from there.
Right. Hey, that's not a bad damn idea.
Poor get poor. I think, I ain't gonna lie to you, if you have a situation where I don't know what teams didn't make the play. I mean, a team like, I don't know, the Pistons. So
what happens if a team doesn't own their first round pick, but they're in the lottery?
That's a you problem because you goofy enough to give up your first round pick 3 years ago. That's your
I ain't
problem,
gonna hold
Mars.
you. If you in that
No, I
situation,
agree, but like, what's the method of approach?
hey, you about to start your G League team? I ain't gonna hold you.
Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Hey, do y'all agree with the Clippers putting James Harden at the point tonight?
Oh my God! Don't start this ticket,
Not
man.
Why don't you take Russ off the ball
would
and
he
put
play?
James? Huh?
I hate
What
this.
position would he play? He's a point guard.
You know what I'm saying? But Russ is a point guard.
Russ need to sit his ass
in
down.
the backcourt. I didn't know.
Come on, hey Bob, come on with that. You don't do that.
I hate this.
Bob.
I thought they were just both starting together. I didn't know.
But
Hey, look, Bob is a James Harden merchant.
Wait, so
I
they're
can tell you,
saying
I love James Harden.
No, they're both
I
starting.
don't love James. What?
so Russ is gonna be the
I'm just
shooter?
saying. I'm
No.
dealing with what we got to deal with.
I just thought they were
This
both
is
just
what we
playing in the
got.
backcourt together. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't
Hey,
know.
bro, listen. If they get humiliated by the Knicks tonight, bro, I'm unmercilessly destroying James Harden. Because I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
What if he balls out though?
Yeah, he gonna ball out. Listen, I think he gonna play well during the regular season. That ain't what I'm worried about. I'm talking about when it's time in the playoffs to show up, and he have to they need him to step up. He's not gonna step up. He's
When
not.
they was together on OKC ticket, James Harden should have been running point guard. Harden should have been running point guard back then. James Harden needed to be running point guard now.
But they went to the finals.
Russell
with Russ
Westbrook
running
need to stay off the. Yeah, they went and they lost.
James
Harden was a better point guard than Russell Westbrook. Then
I agree at
he's
times
a
he
better
was.
point guard than Russell Westbrook today. Russell Westbrook need to get his goddamn hands off that basketball.
You know
I don't know.
Russ
I don't know if that's necessarily true or not.
It's not.
Hey, I don't know if that's. Do y'all agree with James Harden?
I was saying that
Ox is saying this because he's waiting for the implosion. That's what Ox is doing.
That's not what I'm saying.
Nah, he's saying that because James Harden said he's a system.
When Scott Brooks was coaching OKC, you can ask Ron right now. I was saying it then. Why is James Harden not running point? James Harden needs to run point. James Harden needs to run point. I was saying it over and over and over and over again. Now that it's 15 years later, finally James Harden gets to run.
But they didn't agree with you.
Russ,
they brought in Derek Fisher
get
to be
off the
ball,
ball, Russ.
What are you asking Russ to do on offense if
Please,
he's not the point guard?
I'm all in
Thank
for
you.
this.
Say it again, Damo. Say it one more time, Damo.
What are we on? Here we go. Here we go again.
They're going to do is they're going to turn Russ into the Lakers, Russ. They're going to turn Russ into the Lakers, Russ, Damo. Russ is going to turn into the Lakers, Russ.
And you're going to lose him.
Russ at point guard 2020.
And you're going to lose him.
Yeah, chill town. They're going to turn him into Lakers, Russ, and they're going to lose him. I'm telling you right now. Damo's right. Damo is right.
More than Russ.
Then
But
good
they
riddance.
alternated more than
Huh?
Russ was the point.
So, but Bob, you talked about being a coach. But Bob, you talked about being a coach, getting most out of your assets. The worst thing you can do, wouldn't it be better, like Damo said, to put Russ on the point where James is a better shooter than him?
Wouldn't it be better if we didn't have to coddle grown men?
What are we coddling?
I don't think it's coddling. I think
this is when Big Ox get my blood pressure up because he think that this is just when people oversimplify things. That makes me nuts. It's not that simple, Ox. You got two dudes who do the same thing, only except the left-handed dude, he plays off the basketball better than the other guy. He does that. But
James Harden plays better on the ball than Russ.
No, he doesn't. Not with this crew, he doesn't.
We didn't see this shit.
But we have seen Russ with this crew. We have seen Russ with this crew. Yeah. How much better has Russ been with this crew? Yeah. Playing on the basketball.
And when they was in their prime, remember didn't they play in the playoffs that year? The Russ won the MVP. They both had to kind of led their own teams.
Yeah.
Russ they was about even level that year. That season where they both had like the same level of teams with James at first with the Houston.
Didn't Russ lose the Harden?
Yeah, they lost.
No. I'm saying they both had the same like level of play that year at the point. Like when they both had a similar type team. To me, James has had a better team than Russ has led for all those years in OKC. James had better teams. So it's easy for Bob to say that. The Negro been playing with MVPs and MVP level players damn near the whole time. Russ, I was playing with Steven Adams for like 6 years, bro.
Russ could always just play backup point guard.
Nah, you don't. Who you gonna start with? Terrence Mann? You gonna start Terrence Mann?
That's fine.
So Big Ox over the last 6 years, James Harden has played with Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, Joel Embiid, Paul George. Who am I leaving out?
Who has Russ played with?
Russell Westbrook in his career has played with.
I'm saying
Russ
has played with.
Hey, White Howard.
James Harden again.
What's the point of
Bradley
this?
Beal, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. Like,
who is Russ playing with? He played with LeBron James. Couldn't get it done with LeBron and AD. You can't get it done with LeBron and AD.
Hold on. Bob, you're being disingenuous because they weren't on the court. They were hurt.
We're talking about the same guys here.
They only played like 21 games together, bro. They play like 21 games together.
The best talent of all time.
Right.
You can't judge that, man.
Y'all out here coddling Russell Westbrook.
They played 21 games together.
The last thing I'll ever do is coddle Russell Westbrook.
Bob, they played 21 games together, Bob. The Lakers played 21 games together.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay, but how many games did I'm not gonna defend James Harden.
James Harden just played. He just played a whole season with Joel Embiid.
Okay, but what about with the Nets? How many games did he play with Kyrie and KD?
He left.
16. They played 16.
16.
Yeah, but he left. Hold on.
Well, just like you said it wasn't Russ's fault because of this coach or that coach, then it wasn't James Harden's fault because of Steve Nash.
No, so what about the other situations?
What other situations? We can do this all day, Ticket.
Well, James Harden and Russ played next to each other. So
Philly, Houston.
Russ couldn't get it done with prime Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant.
And Chris Paul went to the finals. Chris Paul went to the finals. Chris Paul led his team to the finals after leaving James.
Because he ran Kevin Durant to Golden State.
Chris Paul led a team to the finals. Chris Paul led the worst team in the Chris Paul led one of the worst teams in the Western Conference to the NBA Finals after leaving James Harden. Y'all cut it out.
We're giving one person benefit of doubt.
You niggas is arguing spicy mustard and hot mustard.
That's really
Damo, because at least Damo.
I personally prefer the spicy mustard. That's Russell Westbrook. But
what Big Ox is trying to tell us is Big Ox is trying to sell us that we shouldn't value what Russ is bringing to the Clippers.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to do.
No, you should not.
Who you trust more, Damo? Who do you trust more, Russ or James Harden?
We're not coddling.
I promise you, I trust James Harden way more than I trust Russell Westbrook.
Hold on. Who do you trust more, James Harden?
I don't want to have this conversation. I don't want to have the. They're both.
No, I'm just asking. I just want you to give me one answer. Do you trust James Harden more than you trust Russell Westbrook?
I trust them the exact same amount.
Lord Jesus have mercy.
They're both the exact same. One's right-handed and punch.
Who you trust more, Ron? Harden or Westbrook, Ron?
First off, I hope Lord Jesus is having mercy for you, Ticket. Second off, I 1,000% trust Russell Westbrook. Don't give me you see, I'm purposely saying that.
You know that don't count. Of course he does.
Y'all been blind, bro. Damo just in a position to say he trusts James Harden over
Russell Westbrook for the past decade, praying that Russell finally just take his head.
No, I'm saying because Russ won't quit. No, because Russ won't quit.
Ticket.
Opinion.
Ticket, I just need you to understand. I don't trust neither one of them. It's like, do I trust a blind person or do I trust a child to drive me? I don't trust neither one, but I would trust the child more than the blind person. I just that's really
what you said, Marsh, for co-signing that. But Damo, all I'm saying is this: Russ won't quit on you. James will quit. He will quit. James has shown you. Not only will he quit, he'll demand that you send him to a certain place, and if you don't, you're a liar.
That's what you
Russell Westbrook is the only guy. Russell Westbrook is the only guy who plays so hard you wish he would quit sometimes. I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes I would rather have a quitter than a guy that just doesn't know when to quit. Because sometimes the guy that don't know when to quit don't realize he's damaging what we got going on. Sometimes you need to that. At least James Harden knows, hey man, at the end of the day,
y'all believe this?
I ain't got this. And again, it's like a 1 versus a 0.5 of trust. I just trust James Harden slightly more than Russ because of the deficiencies that I have. I don't like a guard who can't shoot or who's inconsistent shooting. With James Harden, it's an effort thing if you want to say. But I trust his skill set more. I think he's more skilled than Westbrook.
No, Damo, tell the truth. What you seen Russ with the Clippers, you don't have more faith in him. What you seen with him with the Clippers?
You only answered the question.
No, that's bullshit. Hey, yo, I'm sorry for cussing, Ron. Yo, that's BS, man.
Bro,
that's
BS. Listen. He averaged a triple-double. He took the Wizards to the playoffs, and I still said Russ is a loser. I don't trust him. So if he was playing phenomenal, and I said I didn't trust him. Why do you think him playing slightly better or looking a bit better because his energy will make me say, nah, trust him? No,
because he's playing for the
Clippers. Because he's looking. First of all, I don't trust nobody that that plays for the Clippers? Because they're the dang Clippers. So I don't trust neither one of them. But if it's one versus the other, I slightly trust Harden more than Westbrook. But I don't trust none of them more than I trust Kawhi, and I don't trust Kawhi needs for nothing.
The Bulls already running ticket.
It's like this. It's like this.
Who they trust more?
Russell Westbrook is that kid that you're trying to give your instructions to the kid, like, yo, I need you to go do this, and he just, oh, he go, bro. Let me finish telling you what I need you to do. Okay, you start talking, he just, he needs to take some Ritalin or something. All right, he just, you can't. He just don't think. He just be moving around out there. Just look at him.
I mean, with that being said, James Harden need to put down a bottle of lean. You know, he need to put down that double cup.
That's facts.
I need to put down that double cup, do something with that raggedy ass beer, and get a pep in his step.
They'll lose game 1 in the playoffs, and James will be at the strip club, and these niggas up here talking about they trust him more than Russ. Man, come on, man.
That's a perfect analogy right there.
Cut the cap, man. Cut the cap, bro. Cut the cap, man. Cut the cap, man. That's hate, bro. Cut the cap, bro.
You know I hate Westbrook. I'm just saying.
I trust. Hold on. I'm saying based off his reputation and what he has shown you, you can trust him to show up and do his job all the way across the board more than James Harden. James Harden had proven to you he will quit. No, I'm talking about based off his career. Hold on. Based off James Harden's career, he proved to you that he will flat out quit. You just sat up here and told us you would rather take a dude that would quit over Russ. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I'll take MJ over us. Yeah, I'll take
Yes, he is.
Mark, you are a scumbag, bro. Yes, he is. You the scum of the earth,
Mark.
You spin right now. It's so easy, man. Yeah, I'll take MJ over.
You spin right now, boys.
Hey, you tell Jalen Green just worry about not dropping the soap.
Who's in that locker room? Wait, what?
Oh, you know who's in that locker room?
Worried about dropping the soap.
The ghost of past is in that locker room. You know who's in that locker room?
That's poor. That was poor choice right there, Ticket.
Who played for that? Who played for
that? Nah, bro. We moving on.
Yeah, it's all kind of stuff up in them closets in the locker room.
Wait, so
I know it's Halloween, but I can't believe that locker room, honey.
Russ is starting at the 2, or he's 6 men.
We'll see tonight.
No, he's starting.
He's starting. I think they labeled one as the point guard. I just heard that they were both starting.
I'll bring that brother off the bench. Be a spark plug.
Tonight we shall see.
Losing, Big Ox. You're gonna get fired.
I'm gonna get fired, Coach Russell Westbrook eventually anyway. So you know what I'm saying? Shit, let's do something.
Hey, Ron, if James Harden quits this time, if he quits and asks for a trade before the deadline, bro. There's nothing else.
You can't do that.
I don't think he's gonna do it before the deadline. I think if anything, he'll just this is a contract.
He's a free agent after the season.
Yes, it's a contract.
If it's going Chilltown, I'm gonna tell you why I said that. If it's going left, he will, because he's gonna want to put himself in a situation where he can show something better before the season's over with, so he don't just completely be out of the NBA after the season. If it's not going right, James, before the trade deadline, he will ask to be moved at the trade deadline, because he is not going to want to stay in that situation, because he will not be in the NBA next year.
Ticket, that brother better just get ready for that mid-level exception he finna get next year.
No, he's not. No, he's not going to be in the league.
A good old veteran.
I've heard this. I've heard that James Harden, if he does not do something astronomical, he will not be in the NBA next year. They're literally going to
like what? They got to win the championship.
Oh, he got to show and prove, because I'm gonna tell you something. He got all the owners and GMs are heated with this cat. Don't nobody like him. Nobody trusts this cat, and they're gonna get him back for 100 foot. Remember, they blackball AI, they blackball Carmelo, they blackball Boogie Cousins. Man, now that James Harden is up on his deal and he's old, what do you think all them NBA players is telling them to cut this stuff out for? They know what time it is.
Yeah, you see what they doing to John Wall.
Oh, what's up, Mars?
I was just wondering, what happens to Ticket's bet with Mustard about Russ leading the league in assists now that James Harden's there?
He wasn't doing that regardless. He's averaging 7 now. He's averaging 7 now.
I'm asking the question, does that make the bet null and void?
That's okay, Mars. That's okay. Since you want to do that, what's Jalen Green averaging, sucker?
I was looking out for you. I was saying,
you said Jalen Green was going to be putting up 20, 22 points, 23 points a game, and I told you that he was going to drop a little bit. So yeah, we both was wrong, or we both was right what we said.
This might actually
ticket
be
with
a
the
good
low
thing.
blow.
I'm asking if the
This
bet is now
actually might
null
be a
and
good
void.
thing.
Now
I see
that James
Draymond Green
Harden
as the only
right?
one
I'm
this week
trying
that they got his
protect
nuts
your
kicked
money,
in.
and you get
Mars,
mad
you a
at
liar.
me.
You ain't never saying nothing benefit of me. You always trying to come at me.
I was literally saying, is that make the bet null and void now because James Harden has now arrived, or does it still?
It actually is. It's isn't it a good thing though? Because I mean, wasn't he like real good?
Good thing he gonna owe Mustard money.
Hey, Chilltown, ask them what they think about. Ask them what they think about my boy now over in Philly. Ask them since they was laughing at me before the season. Ask them what they think about my homeboy over in Philly right now, giving dudes the blues. You know what I'm talking about?
Mr.
Oubre.
Nah, Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, you know the 25 best defender in the world, Craig. What's up?
Somebody?
What now? Y'all was saying I ain't know what I was talking about. All the stuff for the season. What's up?
I'm here.
Yeah, he balling now. Believe
Why are you looking at me? I wasn't even on the show. He said that.
Anybody?
I don't even think I was on PC when he put that.
Boy, y'all some lying ass dudes.
I wasn't. I know.
We had the episode wrong with the top defenders.
We
had the episode with the top defenders in the league. We all Chilltown. We all chose the top defenders, the top 30 defenders in the league. Ron, you got the episode, bro. Tell that nigga stop capping, man.
I got it.
In the episode, Ron, when it came to my pick, I picked Kelly Oubre Jr. and they all slandered me. Every last one of them.
Him and Young Africa went at.
I was sick that day. I don't remember.
Man, get out of here. Y'all dudes is crazy as hell.
You said
man.
it was who, Chilltown?
It was him and Young Ticket and Young
No,
Africa.
all of them was up here though, Chill.
Come on.
Man, y'all stop this, bro.
I was up here. I was up here, and I thought you was wild with Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, I thought I was nuts. Now, what do you think? Hold on. What do you think now? What do you think right now, Chilltown?
At the episode right now, I'm not there.
What do you think about what you see right now, Chilltown?
Domo's not there either. So
he looks really good.
Man, that's crazy.
That's not me. That's a hologram.
Chill and Ox are there.
Hold on. So do y'all agree?
I know I wasn't there.
Hey, hold on. Do y'all agree that Kelly Oubre Jr. right now looks like a top 25 defender in the league?
No,
I don't have a list.
Boy, this shit is hate. Hey, I'm sorry for the
no,
man.
Wait, let me
answer.
I'm not hating. Can I finish? I'm not hating. I have not watched enough Philly to come to that assessment because I've been too busy watching freaking Detroit and Orlando and Charlotte. I'm sorry, I ain't been watching Philly games, so no, I can't.
Mars,
say
have
that.
you watched any Philly games, Mars?
I've watched 2.
What do you think about what you've seen from Kelly Oubre?
He's played great, but like I said, I don't have a list of 25 defenders to know if he's on it or not.
How about this,
He might not. I know he's not better. How about this, Mars? I know he's not better than him.
So how about this,
Anthony
Mars?
Black.
Jaren Jackson, yes or no?
Jaren Jackson's better.
Drew Holiday, yes or no?
Drew's better.
Lopez
better.
Mobley
better.
Caruso
clears.
Derek White.
Hold on, man. Hey, Ron, man.
Stop hating, boys.
Come on, man.
When you take that Caruso,
come on, bro. Hey, Ron, this ain't funny no more, bro. This ain't funny no more, dog.
Hold on, Ticket. We ain't done. Derek White's better.
You bet the White?
Draymond's better.
OG.
Hold on, you said Derek White's better than Kelly Oubre Jr. defense? Man, come on, bro.
Yes.
Come on, man.
OG.
OG's better. Yeah, OG's better.
Dylan Brooks.
Marcus Smart.
Dylan Brooks is better.
Bam.
Dylan Brooks is better. Bam is better.
Giannis
is better.
Jaden McDaniels.
Of course.
Marcus Smart.
Yes.
Mikal Bridges.
Ooh, Mars doesn't value Mikal on defense.
Ben Simmons, yes. Nicholas Claxton, yes.
AD.
Buckets.
AD, yes. Jimmy Butler, yes.
Asar Thompson.
Embiid.
Yo,
Embiid is the best defender on the team.
Y'all talking about Asar? Tell me y'all did, man, bro.
Herb
Jones is better, yes.
Lou Dort
is better, yeah.
How many is this right now, Chill? Do you know?
A shit ton.
This is like 30, right?
That's 20. That's 25.
Hey, man, this show is full of stuff.
What about Matisse?
Matisse is a better defender than
Kelly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He doesn't play that much.
I'm up to 20. I'm up to 20.
Okay.
Jaylen Brown.
I'll give Kelly Oubre Jaylen Brown.
Anthony Edwards.
I'll give Kelly Oubre Anthony Edwards.
Jared Allen.
See, the rim protect, like, it's not the same. Like, I can't.
Don't forget Chet and Wemby.
Oh, Chet and Wemby are better.
Okay. That's 20.
There's
That's
a couple
23.
rookies that are better. Jalen Durant.
Shea.
No, Kelly's better than Shea.
How about Murray?
What about
DeJounte Murray.
What about De'Aaron and Devion?
Kelly's not better than Walker Kessler.
So he's in the so as of right now to what Ticket just said, right? So as of right now, we can have a conversation about Kelly Oubre being a top 25 defender.
What about
if you say
Dillon Brooks,
he said Dillon Brooks. I'll say this: if you take out bigs and say just wing defender, like wing and perimeter defenders, sure, no argument. But the moment you start including Brook Lopez and Jaren Jackson and Nicholas Claxton, I don't think he's going to make the top 25.
First of all,
a lot of those guys are going to be there.
Mars,
but if you just do wings and guards defensively, sure, he can be top 25.
I didn't get an answer. I didn't get an answer for
Put that on the screen,
Devion.
Ron. Put that on the screen, Ron. Put it on the screen. Because I call my evidence. Hey, Ron, I let all the cats go down. No,
Chill got at 25, and there was still like 15 other guys.
I let all the caps go down. Now I'm expose these niggas. Ron, put that NBA.com on the screen right now from the official website. Put that on the screen right now from the official NBA website.
Check the date too, Ron. You got to check the date too.
What's it going to be?
Ron, what did I come with? Hey, now Chilltown. When I tell these dudes they ain't on my level, this is why. Because they in major trouble, Chilltown. Put on the screen, Chilltown. I mean, Ron.
You brothers is in trouble.
Y'all in trouble.
I bet we
NBA.com, baby. Put it on the screen, Ron.
First of all, I wasn't there that day. Remember.
Excuse my language.
Episode 115. Everyone go look at
this fool incriminated himself right now. So we finna put this on the screen right now. Read that, Ron.
Kelly Oubre Jr. continues to deliver an amplified role. Career highs, 21.1 points, 1.8 steals, 6th in the NBA, first in total deflections, 105, 13th out of 459 NBA players in ESPN's Real Plus Minus.
Go down, Ron.
That's fire, Kelly. I see you, boy.
Guarantee no one knows what Real Plus Minus is, but I guess.
Let's fly. Kelly Oubre Jr.
Stop right there.
Continues to deliver an amplified role. Let's fly. Let's stop and let's fly.
That was last year, December of last year. This was going
to be this year.
I told you to check that.
What, 25 games into the season?
That's my point. Hold on. That's my point. Hold on, Ron. That's my point. I was saying this from last year. I was telling y'all he was, but I ain't talking about he just this year got better. Chill town. This is what we were saying. Remember, we did the defensive ratings before the season. Right. And I told y'all this. I watched the games. So this was before we even came into this season. He's been balling defensively. Now this season, he's doing even better. Well, go ahead. And Ron.
Didn't I tell you to check the date?
I wasn't there on the show when Ticket put Kelly Oubre 25.
But you just said this now.
Did anyone say Kelly Oubre wasn't a good defender?
You just said a short time you smell like baby milk. You just said he is a better defender than Kelly Oubre Jr. Come on, man. Bro, y'all can't be watching the game.
Kelly paints his nails.
No way you're watching a Sam Thompson and telling me he's not better defender than Kelly Oubre.
I don't care what you say.
I don't blame you, but there's no way you're watching him.
Ron, Kelly Oubre Jr. Ron, Kelly, not only is he taking the toughest assignments on a night-to-night basis for Philly, he picking up dudes full court, Chilltown.
Ron, please do a poll. No. Ron, please put a poll in the chat. Asar versus Kelly Oubre, who's a better defender? Because
every last one of them be wrong.
There's no way you're going to say everybody's wrong that's watching both players. There's no way.
I know what I'm talking about when I say
anyone who's watched Detroit this season will say Asar Thompson is a better defender. Anyone who's watched Detroit. If
his energy,
Detroit,
his effort, his okay. So let me ask you a question.
Everything that you're going to say for Kelly Oubre, Asar does better. Everything you're going to say for Kelly Oubre, Asar is better.
What makes it? Hold on. What makes Asar a better defender than Kelly Oubre?
Okay, well, rebounding, part of defense. He's a better rebounder. Better rim protection, better shot blocker. Laterally moves much quicker. Gets on still. Gets.
That's a damn.
What's going on right now? I can't.
Come on, man. No, this man out here guarding Steph Curry, man. Come on, bro.
They haven't played.
He doesn't get more deflections.
Really haven't played.
Kelly Oubre was first in the league at this point last year.
Thank you, Ron.
No, Ron, stop.
Don't worry, I got you.
No, we keep it in the money. We keep it up. Don't get mad.
You're comparing stats from last year for this year. They even played the same
lateral movement. Don't you need lateral movement to be able to get steals?
And he's better this year at doing it. I'm pretty sure he has more deflections this year. You want to look it up?
Boy, y'all niggas, hey man, this is sad, bro. This is sad.
I don't know what the Pistons call their. I don't know what the Pistons call their fan page. I don't know, Steamroller. I don't know. Look it up. See if they have the deflections for a certain time.
Yeah, pull up the Pistons joint too. That's what I wanted to do. I dare him to put up a song. I dare him to put up a. I mean, you know what, man? I'm gonna look that up tonight. I'm gonna do my
Damian Lillard is top 20 in deflections, so is Trae Young.
Okay, so that's a terrible defensive stat metric, in my opinion.
Just like you guys know.
Just like
I'll list off the people leading in deflections. So number one, Oubre teammate. Number one, Kelly Oubre's teammate, DeAnthony Melton, 4.4. Then Marcus Smart, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Suggs, Drew Smith on the Miami Heat, Paul George, Russ, Caruso, Kawhi, DeAndre Ayton, Robert Covington, Jalen Williams on OKC, Wemby, Gary Payton II, OG Anunoby, Dame, Trae Young, CJ McCollum, Dyson Daniels, DeLon Wright, Gabe Vincent, Chris Paul, Jokic.
Mars, you do
Jordan
know this
Poole
is
is
your
on this
hate,
list
right?
Jordan Poole's about number 25 on this list.
Where DeLon at right now?
DeLon Wright, I just read his name. Where is that on the list? About 18? 1, 2.
No, I mean, what team is he on right now?
So that means he's doing something right then. Jordan Poole then, out of all the shit he doing wrong, he doing something right.
I mean, yeah, so is Dame, I guess, on defense too, because he's quite high in deflection. So is Trae Young.
Well, that's just y'all discredit Dame's defense. He's obviously
a lot of deflections come from people who do play passing.
Well, I know, Mars. What you're not going to do is lie. And I know, Mars, I know you're lying because you know the game of basketball. And I know you have watched Kelly Oubre Jr. I know you have watched Kelly Oubre Jr. Don't sit up here and lie. I think he's a good defender.
I think he's a very good defender. I think Asar Thompson is better, but I think he's a very good defender. I don't know why Asar Thompson is the one we have issue with. I said if you take out bigs and the rim protectors, I don't have a problem with Kelly Oubre being in the top 25 because I think as a wing and guard defender, he is one of the top 25. But once you start adding in the bigs who are just bringing so much value into what they do at the rim, it's hard to put him in there when I know there's wing defenders who I think are better than him. Asar Thompson being one of them, Alex Caruso, Jaden McDaniels, yada, yada, yada. But if you take out the bigs, I have no problem with that because I think he's a very good defensive player. I'm not arguing is Kelly Oubre good on defense or not because I think everyone should agree he's a very good defensive player. My argument, I guess, now is Asar Thompson better than him? And I don't know why we're having that argument because I think anyone who watches Asar Thompson can see he is a better defender than Kelly Oubre. And that's not a knock on Kelly Oubre. Asar Thompson is just...
I'm going to ask some NBA aficionados about that shit.
If they've watched Asar Thompson, they'll give you the same answer.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I'm going to ask some NBA aficionados about how they feel about what you just said.
But what if they
Mars is an NBA aficionado?
I don't know how many games. I've watched. They played 7 games in Detroit. That means 7 times because there's 4 quarters, so that's 7 times 4, 28. They played 28 quarters. I've watched 26 of them.
Chill. You know what I like about Kelly Oubre?
I've watched a lot of Detroit this season, and
I know you sitting like that, Chill Town. You know what I like about Kelly Oubre? He's high strong defensively, which means he gets a lot of energy. He's all over the place. He's active, Chill Town. You understand? He's on his guy, chasing through screens. Very physical defender. The same thing that they give Dillon Brooks credit for. Kelly Oubre Jr. is that, Chill Town. Chill Town. If you go to YouTube and type in Kelly Oubre Jr. defense,
that's stuff you can't teach.
Yeah, if you go to YouTube and type in Kelly Oubre Jr. defense, you'll see what I'm talking about. And these capping ass dudes in here will have to turn from their wicked ways.
Have you typed in Asar Thompson defense on YouTube at all?
Yeah. Oh, best believe I'm gonna go look at it a little bit more after this video. So I know he ain't damn well better than goddamn Kelly Oubre Jr.
If you watch it from I don't think you're going to watch it from an unbiased perspective, but if you just watch it just to watch Asar Thompson on defense, you'll come to the same conclusion as us. But if you're watching it just to hate, you're not going to come to the conclusion.
I wish we could have did this, right?
Kim, when do you guys
guarantee you one thing, Mars. I guarantee you one thing, right? I guarantee you that he won't have 7 games where he has 11 steals and 8 blocks like Kelly Oubre Jr. did.
I think he started the season and already has like 15 blocks already.
Okay. 11 steals and 8 blocks. All you got to do is Google Kelly Oubre Jr. on YouTube and his defensive highlights, and you'll see it right there as it comes up. They got the videos on tape.
Well, he has 8 blocks this season already.
I want everybody to go see what I'm talking about when I say that. I want everybody to go watch the highlights of him playing defense and watch us, sir. And then tomorrow when y'all come back, recorrect this lie that Mars is out here telling y'all.
Asar has 15 blocks. Asar has 15 blocks and 8 steals this season.
Yeah,
So
hold on. Come on. And they got 2 completely different roles. Kelly Oubre Jr.'s come off the bench too. He might be 6 men of the year.
Okay.
Your guy isn't he starting?
Yeah.
Asar is
right.
Distance.
What is that?
What's the difference in minutes they're playing? Why does it matter who starts?
Hey, chill. Go watch the highlights of Kelly Oubre Jr. playing defense and we'll watch the Asar tonight. And then tomorrow when we reconvene, I'm gonna put my foot up Mars's draws.
I don't know why Asar Thompson is the one we're arguing. Like Asar Thompson should be a foregone conclusion.
No, because bro, listen, I actually watched the games and I watched Kelly Oubre Jr. You're not gonna tell me a dude that I see give it up on every aspect on the floor on defense. You ain't gonna tell me there's some little Rudy Poo, that breath smell like baby butt is gonna come. It's better than this dude. I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't want to hear it. I watched Kelly Oubre Jr. That's why I said that with confidence before the season, bro. That dude really played deep. He's one of the last ones out Chilltown. He's better than Dillon Brooks, Chilltown. He's better than all them guys they praising. Marcus Smart, he won Defensive Player of the Year. Kelly Oubre Jr. is a better defender than that guy, bro. When I watch Kelly Oubre
Jr., I see him in the starting lineup. Me personally.
Okay, so tell the truth. Do you think Kelly Oubre Jr. is a better on-ball defender than Marcus Smart? Tell the truth.
No, I don't.
No, I asked Mars.
Oh, I'm sorry.
See how you thinking? Because you know I ain't lying, Chilltown. Watch the tape.
I think on ball, I think he's great, and I think Marcus Smart.
Thank you, Chilltown. See, they can't deny this because I actually watched
arguing against how good he is on defense.
He jumped off my screen. That's why, because he really played D.
He does play D.
He moves well through the pick and roll, Chilltown. All of that gives extra effort.
I remember him. I remember him in Washington. And I remember him in Washington being that. He was a hustle and energy guy, getting around screens, getting through screens, tough as nails. I do remember him being that. When he got to Charlotte, like when he got to Golden State, he wasn't that much of a defender more than he was just a energy guy. And when he got to Charlotte, he started scoring more. So his defense kind of went. I didn't really pay much attention to him defending because he wasn't in that role as much. That doesn't mean he still wasn't defending, though. That does not mean
actually, I thought he was defending better than he was actually playing offense when he was with the Warriors. Mars could tell you this.
No, 1,000%.
He watched on the Warriors. He was picking up.
Right.
He was picking up cats full court on the Warriors. He was their designated defender. He was the only thing he wasn't doing with the Warriors was hitting his shots. He was missing everything. And Mars, no, I ain't lying. That's the thing.
No, I agree. He was terrible for Golden State. Defensively, he was fine. He played defense. Defense.
So
he played good defense. I've never had a problem.
Right. So chill. Defense. All those dudes that y'all praise, he's a better on-ball. And Ron, this is why we got our show to tell the truth. He's a better on-ball defender than Marcus Smart. Now, Marcus Smart got the antics, Chilltown. But if you literally go watch Kelly Oubre Jr., all his aspects of defense is better than those dudes. He's better than Dillon Brooks. He just don't got the antics them dudes got that get them the attention. And he hadn't been on all the teams that has been the greatest. If he was on a better team, like the Warriors the whole time, he would get way more recognition, bro, for his defense. But since he's been on bad teams, he's not. But guess what? This year now he's with Philly, he gonna start getting that recognition because they're gonna be a good team.
All right, y'all, we got to pivot because my good friend Delroy is here, and I think he has some words for somebody out there.
Are we gonna make Del talk about KD again? Is that what's about to happen?
Dale coming here looking like a dusty ass goddamn. What's the actor's name? Idris. What's his name?
That Stringer Bell right there.
Yeah, that's Stringer Bell. Stringer, what up, baby?
What's good with you, man? What's the word today, Dale?
How's everyone doing?
What's up, Dale? How you running, brother?
I can't complain. Well, I could complain. Ron, do you have any notes for me?
Ironically, KD's name has not came up all show, and Steph Curry's name hasn't came up either.
So I was driving this morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I had a thought, and I said I got to come to this show today and share my thought. And my thought is, it's a lot of bias in this thing we do right here. It's bias for Braun. It's biased for Michael Jordan. It's biased for Steph Curry. It's biased for Kevin Durant. But it's kind of different, the KD bias / hate. And I thought of something. I text Ron. I said, yo, Ron, I'm pretty busy today, but I have to come up and say some things. And then I thought of something. And then it made me thought about rings and all this stuff. And then, hold on a second. Hold on.
Damn, he was cooking too. He's about to get onto all of you guys for hating on KD.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. And I was going to be right there with him. I was going to be right there with him, I swear.
Yeah, better guard your grills.
Yes.
Who you guys
Who we do? Beat the Pistons? Nigga, sit down.
No. See, it's not about being the Pistons. It has
Get back focused, Dale. Get back to it.
It's a greater talk. It's a legacy talk. It's a who your favorite player is, what you like. It's just a thought. It's like an epiphany. As I was driving, it just all came to me. I was like, ah. So back to it. So I'm thinking about this. It's a Jordan. Where was I? Where did I leave off before?
Jordan bias, LeBron bias, KD
I said all
bias,
that.
Steph bias, but the KD hate.
Oh, the
It's
KD
different.
hate
Yeah,
/ bias is a
it's
little
different.
different.
The KD hate's different. That's what you said.
It makes me think like if it's a Jordan and it made me think of ring validation, which ring is higher, whatever the case, this, that, and the third. All of this was rambling in my mind. So it made me think like if someone say, people won't say Jordan is better than Bron. Some people say, and then there's a terrible take, Jordan is better because he got 6 rings. Because then people would then bring up Robert Horry has 7.
Right.
So to negate that, so that's thrown out the window. Right. The ring validation and ring bias is not for LeBron. It's not for Mike. It's not for Kobe. It's not for Steph. It's not for Kawhi. It's not for no one but Kevin Durant.
That's not true. It is for Steph. Because if Steph doesn't win the ring without KD, mofos ain't giving Steph that credit. That credit he got because KD went over there and won those. Hold on, Dale. Because you're not gonna lie. You're not gonna lie. You're my boy, but you're not gonna lie. Before KD went over there, the word on the street is that Steph Curry and them won a fluke championship because LeBron and them was hurt. And then after LeBron and them came back and beat him, the word was he had their number and they couldn't win again. So they went and got KD and they went and got KD to help them get over the hump. And after they won those, and at that time, and Mars always talk about this, in that time, people were still criticizing Steph Curry, saying that he hadn't showed that he could be the man and do that. So until he had to win another ring in order to prove that he is that damn good in the lore of NBA history. So don't come in here saying nothing else, because what you're doing is lying.
All day. Quick question: how many rings does Steph Curry has? 2 or 4?
He got 4 rings, but they wasn't giving him that. Hold on. But they were saying the other 2 was because he got KD, right or wrong?
Okay. That don't make no sense when you don't count.
No, they do make sense. Nigga got KD. Ask Chilltown. Why did Steph Curry win those other 2 rings in between after the first ring? Because he got KD, right?
But if that's the case, if Steph won those 2 rings because he got KD, it makes no sense to say KD's rings don't count because he had Steph. That doesn't make sense.
No, I'm not. No. What Dale's sorry ass is trying to say is, he coming up here trying to say they didn't use the ring thing for nobody else. That's a guy that gonna lie because Chilltown know this. This is the reason why Steph Curry started crying when he won that 4th ring.
Hold on. We gotta let Dale finish.
Keep going, Dale.
I'm waiting for the ticket. Finish.
No, you good. I don't want you keep counting because I'm gonna annihilate your ass. Go ahead.
Let him finish.
Like I said, no, most superstars, because he want to say Steph now. I don't include Steph in that because no one has never say Steph got KD, because you can't say Steph needed KD and KD needed Steph. It doesn't make no sense. It's not an argument. That literally doesn't make it. It has to be one way, and Steph always get it because KD went to his team. Now, back to my thing. Kevin Durant is the only superstar I feel in history that has a ring validation award. He has to validate his rings. He has to literally validate the 2 rings that he went and got in Golden State every single time. And I was saying, I'm like, wait, why is that?
Because his ass went over to a team that smoked him when he was down 3, when he was up 3-1, nigga. Hold on. I'm gonna smoke him, chill. I'm gonna smoke him. This ain't hard. He the only player in NBA history that went to the team that smoked him, bro. He was up 3-1. The team already won a championship. They were one of the greatest teams in NBA history. Won 72 games, bro. Cut it out. He went to that team after they smoked him, bro. That's why people on his helmet, dog.
Does that not listen? But keep going. Epiphany, it came. Look, I wrote it down.
Well, you should have took a picture too.
I wrote my look. So this is it. I'm gonna read it.
Keep going. Keep going.
This is my speech. This is my KD speech. And you can ask me questions after. All right? Ticket, any question. Listen, certain players throughout history of the league has need a ring.
Mm-hmm.
Need a ring alone, which only applies to KD. KD needs a ring alone. In the superstar realm, only KD needs a ring alone. He needs a valid ring, also KD. And amount of rings, KD.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's a lie.
For the legacy debate, I'm not finished.
Keep going.
I said this already. During the Jordan-Braun debate, you can't say Mike has 6 rings because only the casual will say Robert Horry has 7. So my question is, this is for you, Ticket. You can answer it.
I'm going to blow your head off. Come on with it.
Kevin Durant, who was by far, to me, the best player on those Warriors teams, need a ring validation ceremony.
Go ahead, Damo. Go ahead, Damo. Go ahead, Damo.
Finish. That's why I had my hand up. I was waiting for Dale to
He
finish.
shouldn't finish. His ass
Are you done? Are you done, Dale?
Yes. I want to know why KD needs a ring validation ceremony.
Because in my opinion, plenty of other players have needed them or had that as a cause for their motivation. Hold on. Kobe Bryant, he said he needed a ring after Shaq. I don't know if it was for us, but for him to show that he could do it without Shaq, especially after Shaq got one after him. That's the first case I'll go to.
Kobe said that.
Mm-hmm.
No, but the world put that on. Hold on, the world put that on too. Because the world said Kobe couldn't do it without Shaq.
Yeah, why do you think he said that, Dale?
Why I think Kobe said that?
Yeah, why do you think he said that?
Because it was against the world that he ran Shaq out of town.
And
what?
If I don't win,
they'll say he needed Shaq.
Right. To win those 3 championships.
With LeBron James going to Cleveland and winning, the notion was, you needed a super team to win. You needed to go run on another ship to win.
No one blamed LeBron James for winning 2 with Wade like they blamed Kevin Durant.
Again, I agree. I'm not arguing that it's the same criticism. And how they're doing it. All I'm saying is there was definitely a factor of validating rings post getting rings.
He's a liar, Damo. What about Damo? What about Jokic, Damo? What about Jokic?
Jokic didn't win a ring.
I'm not going to say
he just won a ring. Nigga, what you talking about, man?
Okay, but even with Jokic, I don't think it's a case where people are saying he needs to win again to validate that one.
Exactly.
That's why I brought up.
Oh, you saying win again? You saying win again?
Okay, Ticket, hold on. So again, with Kobe, he won with Shaq. Shaq wins after leaving him. Mm-hmm. He felt whether it was on him, he seen it do Skip Bayless saying on TV, he heard LA radio talk. They were talking about he needed Shaq. So to defeat that notion,
Kobe is a very good one. That's a fact. Kobe
I feel
is
with
a
LeBron.
Very good one. No, I don't. No, I'm not taking Braun. I'm sorry.
Even if you didn't feel it, there definitely was people saying that the only reason he won is because he was the Heat, and he still lost.
Because all Braun had to do when he was in Miami, D Wade came out and said that he taught me how to win. So all he had to do was say that, and I didn't hear Braun 2 rings in Miami like I heard KD with the Warriors. And honestly, that is only because when KD got there, they had won 73 games.
Nobody did. Hold on for a second. Nobody did what KD did to get a ring. Nobody did that. Nobody. Go
to the team that beat it.
Nobody did that.
In the history of basketball.
Nobody.
So you mean because he went to the team that beat him, right? That's
3-1.
That's what you're talking about?
One of the greatest teams to ever play basketball.
Time out. There weren't. People got to stop. Because
they won 73 games, man. Cut it out, bro.
Wait a minute, Dale. Hold on, Dale. And I'm not going to yell. Keep going, Dale. Keep going, Dale.
If you ask the Warriors if they'd rather go 50-32 and win the championship than 73-9 and lose it, what are they going to pick?
Of course,
they won 73 games.
Of course, they're going to go. Of course, they'd rather win 50.
I'm saying the greatest. They lost.
But
you're not going to do this, dog. Hey, Dale, you are a sad individual.
This is my problem with this. This was an epiphany. Y'all killed KD for letting them come back 3-1, right? To a team that was favorite, right? And now the favorite with 73 team got ran down 3-1, but KD is still getting more for losing to that team, and that team is still a great team that he went to.
But he jumped on the crew.
He went to the
problem,
and
it wasn't that he jumped. It wasn't that he jumped on it. It wasn't that he jumped on that crew.
I agree with the going to the team aspect, but stop saying the greatest team when that team got packed up 3 games straight. The same way y'all killing the person.
I'm not saying that. What I am saying, Odell, is that this wasn't a guy who was playing for the Detroit Pistons or a guy who was playing for a bad team and jumped on the Warriors. This was a rivalry between the Golden State Warriors. This was a rivalry to come. And now you get on that crew to go win an NBA championship.
So listen,
it diminishes the process.
The Warriors and OKC wasn't a rivalry, bro. We're not going to do that. There wasn't a rivalry
at all. It was okay.
Energized, good matchup.
All right, Dale. I was about to say that. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, it wasn't a rivalry. Was it becoming something like that?
It could have been. I agree.
Right, and the fact that instead of it becoming that, him jumping on that crew,
right,
it diminishes one what it could have became, and it diminishes the fact that he won. Not that.
So. Oh, Mars,
keep that on the screen, Ron. Keep that on the screen right there.
It's for the fan aspect of seeing what a team would become and how he looks, quote unquote, soft. Like it's an emotional take. It's a personal take.
No, that's a real take.
Wait, okay, Mars. I'm sorry.
What about Steph Curry? What about all the heat? Mars, no. What about all the heat Steph Curry got after he won 3 chips and people were still saying he needed to win another chip in the Finals MVP without KD to prove it was valid? Because the first one they said that LeBron's guys was hurt. Kyrie and Kevin Love, right? The next one, when they lost that one, okay, everybody said, okay, you're done now. Bron is gonna run you, he gonna run the thing. They figured you out, you guys got exposed. Then you go get KD. Everybody says the only reason why you won is because you got KD. And most people, like Mars said on this channel, had KD over Steph Curry at that time as the leader of the team, not the face of the franchise, but the best player on the team. So then when KD left, before Steph Curry won another championship, Mars, what was the narrative on Steph Curry?
That he's never been the best player in like a finals series.
Thank you. And that he needed to win the Finals MVP and another chip to prove what he was. So, Dale, you're a liar and you're a captain.
Let me explain something to you. Let me explain Stephen Curry years after the Warriors, after Kevin Durant left. The following year, Clay is out because he tore his ACL, right? The next year, Clay comes back towards his Achilles. So the only year that KD was a full year for Stephen Curry with his squad was the year he won the championship. So no one could have said he needed this, he needed that. He never had a full team until when they won with the Celtics. That's it. That was and last year when they lost in the second round. Before then, them other 2 years where KD left for 2 years, he didn't have a full team. He didn't have Clay. When he got his squad with Wiggins and him ready, they're healthy, they won the chip.
With all of that being said, with all of that being said, Dale, he did that without KD.
Okay, that's not what I'm arguing. I don't care about that. That's not my premises. I know he did. I'm on this show heavily, other than standing for the Warriors and call them the light-skinned backcourt, because to me, I think they're so deadly. I always praise the Warriors with or without Kevin Durant. I think Steph Curry is that good. I'm just saying he gets to be that good, and then KD gets negated for what he did with someone that good is in playing better. Go ahead, Mars.
So a lot of this has been about KD going to the team that beat him, and sure, I get it. So if OKC lost to the Spurs in the second round, that Spurs team that won 67 games and were 40-1 at home, if they lost to the Spurs and then KD joins Golden State, are people still mad at him the same way? Or is it different?
No, they lose to a different team. I don't think if KD doesn't lose to that team and then go to that team, they don't hold it the same way. Maybe they'll say, maybe if it was the best team in the league and stuff like this, and you did that when they were one of the best teams in the league, yeah, they'll still get on you. But the fact that they lost Mars to that team and that team won 73 games is the reason why people's is cooking this clown Dale.
Cooking me. No one could cook me. I'm not meat. But listen,
you got cooked already, Dale. You got cooked already, bro. Cut it out. Dale, let me ask you a question. Mars.
Wait, Mars. What was
Mars? Do Steph Curry? Hold on, Dale. Let me ask you a question. Dale, do Steph Curry get full credit for that first championship?
No, because Iggy won the.
I asked you that. I asked you, do Steph Curry get credit for winning that first championship?
First word was no. The first one said
just
thank you. What have you done? Okay, well, you well done then, nigga. You well done then. Do Steph Curry get full credit for the second and the third ones?
Yes, 100%.
Goddamn lie, man. Hey, yo, chill town.
Yo,
talk about, man.
I'm gonna tell you why he gets credit, right? Because people say this to Steph. Steph is a careless superstar. He let Kevin Durant come and do this. He let KD do this. He let KD come and be himself. He let this, and he 100% got credit. And I didn't hear your answer when Mars asked you this first question. What did you say? If they lost in the second round and then KD went there, would it have been okay? I didn't know what you said.
Nigga, I already said what I said, bro.
I didn't hear you. What did he say?
I said that he would have still, KD would have gotten heat had he would have went to, whether or not he lost to him or not. If he went to the best team that was one of the best teams that was in the league that won 73 games, one of the best teams in NBA history, he would have gotten heat after losing that year. Also, he would have got heat, but he would have got more heat for doing what he did, which is going to the team. He was up 3-1-2 and lost to. That was a 73-win team. Okay. So either way, he would have got heat.
Your ticket, I'm in a rush, my brother, and I can't always. So you have to like slow down a little bit. So
either way, he would have got heat.
Okay, either way, got perfect. What is glorified more, playoffs or regular season?
The playoffs.
Okay, boom. So if the best team, if a team go 82-0, right, but get swept in the first round, right? How good is that team?
But most people thought that's not what the Warriors were. Most people thought the Warriors lost because Draymond Green got suspended, sir.
You're bringing up context that
no, I'm bringing up the facts. Most people thought Chilltown. Most people thought that the Warriors lost that series because Draymond Green got suspended for the game that would have changed the end of the series. That's what they thought. Right or wrong, Dale?
To answer Mars's question,
you're not answering my question. You're just bringing up context.
I just answered your question. I'm telling you, though, most people thought that the only reason why they won that series was because Draymond got suspended. That's the only reason why they thought that LeBron won the series. Because Draymond got suspended and they won the series.
Itself a lot once we start.
Draymond Green played in Game 7 and had 30 and 14
Game
or
6
something
too.
like that.
Game
32, 15, and 7.
Chilltown. Hold on. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying most people
I know exactly what you're talking about.
The way the series was going, that when Draymond got suspended, that is what caused the series. Him getting suspended and then the big dude getting hurt. Most people said that's where the series was lost right there. I understand it went Game 6, Game 7. I know you. I already know that. But I'm telling Dale what the truth was. So that's what most people. So most people thought the Warriors was going to win anyways. It wasn't a situation where they didn't think the Warriors was going to win.
Mars, to answer your question really quickly, I think KD would have gotten heat for if he loses to San Antonio in the second round. I think he would have gotten heat, but it got compounded by the fact that they lost. I mean, that they lost to Golden State when they were up 3-1. I think he would have gotten heat for that. But back to Dell's idea about KD. Dell, the problem that we're having is that nobody else has done what KD did to get those rings. That's why this is an issue. It's not the fact that he won it. That's not the issue. The fact that how he went about doing it,
I think
that's where the problem lies.
I think we're gonna always go this way because you guys feel LeBron, because you said no one. You feel LeBron didn't do the same thing with Miami. I do. I think it's the exact same thing. LeBron went there because Bosh is there and Wade as a superstar is already there. He built that. He brought everybody along. He didn't go to the Miami team with the record prior. He went there in knowing what that team was about to become. That's why he said not 1, not 2, not 3, because they knew what they built.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? To me, that's the exact same thing.
He got heat for that.
What you said?
He said he got heat for it.
He got a lot of heat for it.
Here's why. But keep going, Dale. Keep going.
The moment the Heat won in 2012, the next day they were talking about is LeBron a top 5 player of all time? Because that was KD. But with KD, is need more validation. Blah blah blah. KD had made the finals before, just like LeBron had. Just like LeBron had.
Without the Warriors, KD did not start with the Warriors. He was an MVP for that. He was a first team numerous times before that. Right. He lost a lot of conference finals to every team Kevin Durant has lost to in the playoffs, for maybe like the last 5 years, has won the NBA championship.
Mars, you a piece of Mars. You a jerk. You a jerk. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Hold on.
No. He muddied the waters. No. He muddied the waters. He said, "Oh, well, they said LeBron was top 5." You know why, Mars? Because the man had 3 regular season MVPs. KD didn't have that. The man also had all those other awards he had to go with it too. So it wasn't just a championship. He had already won 2 MVPs with the Cavs. He won the MVP already that year with the Miami Heat. So he had 3 MVPs. That's different than KD, who had 1 MVP. That's different. You got to have 3 MVPs.
I'm not saying KD should have been talked about as top 5 all time. That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying KD, LeBron joining the super team didn't stop.
Ticket. So if Giannis win another MVP, he should be in the top 5 because he has 3 MVPs now.
He's definitely going to be. It's definitely going to be him.
He's going to be in the top. He's going to be like in the top 15, top 20. Easy.
You definitely going to hit top 10 total if Giannis end up winning.
Okay.
If Giannis ends up winning another NBA championship in the final MVP,
right? So people has KD's done without every team KD has lost to. He didn't lose to no other. He lost to the Celtics. They went to the finals. Yeah. He lost last year. Who he lost to?
Last year,
Denver.
He got swept by the Celtics, bro.
Okay, swept.
The only team he's lost to. The only team he's lost to in. Del, I got you. The only team he's lost to in his career that didn't make the finals was the Memphis Grizzlies. That's the only team. Every other team he's lost to in the playoffs.
So he's going out to teams that either going to the chip or winning the chip.
But he got teams that should win the chip. What are you talking about? He's got all the talent on his teams. KD ain't been on the team in the league. Since KD came in the league, he haven't been on like a top 5 team in the NBA since his 2nd year in the league. The only year you can say was Russ got hurt. That's it.
Yeah.
Tell the truth. Hold on, chill time. Tell the truth. Every other year since KD left from Seattle Supersonics, he has been on a team that was a top 5 team in the NBA and was picked to be one of the teams to win a chip.
Let me ask you a question, Ticket. Why they picked like that? Because of who?
Because of KD. He was the
because his teammates. Because he went and got Kyrie Irving, who won a championship with LeBron James. Because he went and got James Harden, who was an MVP averaging 36 points per game. Because he went and played. Say what?
One thing I love about you is
I tell the truth.
No. You're not a liar. I've never called you a liar. But one thing I love about you wholeheartedly is when you try to make a point to get your bigger point, you always big up a person that you shit on all the time. Like you're bigging up Kyrie, KD going to get Kyrie because he won with Braun. And then in the next light, you'll find a way to make that a negative.
I'm saying he actually, hold on. He won with Braun, Kyrie won with Braun, and KD got swept with Kyrie. Make it make sense, nigga.
Take it. Another.
Hold on. I'm gonna say it again. KD got hold on. Because hold on, I'm gonna extra cook you. KD got swept with Kyrie Irving. Hold on, I want to say this to you. He got swept with Kyrie Irving. Now listen to this now. Check this out, right? He got swept with Kyrie Irving, right? Now, Dale, don't put your camera down. Pick it up, sucker. So, anyways, while this chump is looking at the dust, because that's what he really gonna do in real life. If you see me, he gonna bite the dust. But anyways, like I said to y'all, and this is very simple, bro. My man, the man got swept with Kyrie Irving in the first round, bro. Braun won a championship with Kyrie Irving. So there ain't nothing else you can really say about that, dog.
Okay.
That's over with. The man got swept, bro. Swept.
Wait, let me go. KD went to the fucking finals with Russell Westbrook, and Braun did what? What does that mean?
One of the greatest players that ever played the game of basketball.
I think you missed this point.
And wait, what? You missed the point. Can you say that again?
Russell Westbrook is one of the greatest players that ever played the game of basketball. Is he top 75? All right, then.
Wait. And LeBron did what with Russell Westbrook?
Bron, do something about this, please.
Hold on. Come on. Yeah, hold on. LeBron James is what? LeBron James is 37 years old. LeBron James played 40 games.
Russell Westbrook?
Yo, chill.
He was 37 years old. He played 44 games. Cut it out, man.
But when the Nets go through injury,
Kyrie Irving was not playing basketball.
All I'm saying is this. Dale is lying because Dale said he said that nobody else. Hold on. Dale's premises when he came on here, chill, and everybody else, that nobody else had the heat. Nobody else had the championship heat as KD. That was a lie. Steph Curry did, and that's why Curry cried after he won that fourth chip. Liar.
How many games did Kyrie play with the Nets in 2022?
I don't give a damn how many guys
I think he played of the
so that's the point I think Dell's making. It's very inconsistent. When we talk about LeBron and Russell Westbrook, you spoke about how many games LeBron missed and why it didn't work. But when we talk about KD and Kyrie, you just say he got swept, ignoring the fact that Kyrie played about 30 games that season. That's the point he's making. It's very inconsistent to start talking about why KD didn't win, but you're very quick to bring up context for other people. That's, I think, the point Dell's making. Now, whether or not I agree, besides the point. But there's a lot of inconsistencies and contradictions that seem to be happening when we start trying to minimize what KD has done. For example, talking about KD getting James Harden and Kyrie when you don't trust James Harden. You talk about what James Harden is in the playoffs. But when KD gets James Harden, all of a sudden it's meant to just work. When James Harden gets hurt in the playoffs, we don't hear a word about it. But when LeBron James players are injured or when Steph Curry's players are injured, we hear about it. We hear about what if Draymond doesn't get suspended, but when James Harden is playing on one leg, KD still should have got it done. It's the inconsistencies and the contradictions that get applied to KD's career that don't get applied to other people. Now, I don't do the legacy talk. So for me, I don't care about none of this. This is all irrelevant to me. But for the people who do, I think they'll speaking to you guys and saying you guys are pretty inconsistent when it comes to how you guys talk about KD. And if that's because he went to Golden State, sure. But I think
that's my only issue. That's my only.
Dale's gonna rest in peace again.
And there's no reason. There's just no reason for him to have left Golden State because that's what he went there for.
No, he was Chilltown.
That was my only issue. There was no reason for him to leave because that's why he went there.
If he would have stayed in Golden State, that fool would have had like 4 rings. Nobody would have cared about that stuff now at this point because he would have been there so long. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, I'll still be hating.
People would have just said all 4 of his rings don't count.
Nah, because once you start getting
they have a little more than 4.
Now, I'm just saying, well, Mars, because when you look at history going forward, guys 20 years from now, they ain't gonna look at it like that. Because look how we look at the Lakers rings back in the. Look how we look at the Celtics rings. We still give them full credit for their rings. When we talk about the old Boston Celtics. No,
those teams were constructed differently, though. Ticket. Those.
But it was still guys that went and added on the team, superstars that went and added on to, and they won chips, and we didn't take that away from them.
Well, so it won't happen. We just got KD. Just needs time. KD just needs 20 years. Now, see, he won the Finals MVPs. He'll get credit. So
do you think KD will win another chip, Bars?
Probably not. I doubt it.
Huh?
He's at 35 now. I doubt it.
Yes.
Oh, he's done that. Pack his ass up.
Okay.
All right, y'all. We got super chats. Let's go ahead and dive into these. Artem said, James Harden has been a failure in the playoffs. No doubt. But Russ has been past the first round once since KD left him. And that one time was with the Rockets. So it's not like Russ has been killing it in the playoffs.
Nigga, the only reason why KD got past the first round is because Kawhi got hurt, nigga. So what are you saying? He got swept against Boston.
Russ and KD.
Right. No. I'm talking about KD, though, since he won't talk. He says, Russ, well, let's talk about KD. KD ain't doing shit. What if KD does? He got lucky that Kawhi and Paul George and them got hurt. He would have lost in the first round, too. He'd have got swept by the Celtics, and he would have lost in the first round of that. And guess what? He might lose in the first round this year.
Yeah.
KD got past the first round in 2021 as well.
Zoe Soprano with the super chat. So Soprano with the super chat. So my Hawks are on a tear since you bums started hating. Thank you. Y'all find a way to keep bringing up bums every day and not my Hawks. Ayton, question mark. Laughing.
We spoke about Jalen Johnson.
So I said we talked about him today. Yeah, that had to be.
Yeah, we gave the Hawks a little bit of airtime.
No boy.
Blame
Zero just vibing said, "Where's Low at?"
I don't know.
Anybody?
Probably at home.
Anybody know where Low is?
Nope.
I don't know where
I
Low.
don't know where he is, big dog. John Reyes with the super chat said, "Who would win a 3v3 tournament between these era of bigs? Ewing, Robinson, Hakeem versus KG, Dirk and Timmy versus Jokic, Giannis, and Embiid. Shout out from the Philippines.
KG, Dirk, and Timmy.
I'm going Jokic, Giannis, and Embiid. Recency bias.
Ox.
Oh, it's a serious question. KG, Tim, and Dirk. Move on, Ryan. Come on.
Anybody have anybody other than KG, Dirk, and Timmy? All right, that's where we're at. It's Mr. GQ to you. Said, I put blood, sweat, and tears for this basketball shit, Ron. Chilltown knows. Ox, Ron, we give our whole life to this shit. Mars.
So did I, man. That just didn't work out. I was on my way to go into the NBA too, man. Yes.
Hey, you can put my picture up, but you know what I'm gonna do to your ass, right? I'm gonna fart on them bars, boy. So put them back up there again.
Fart on them what?
On them bars you wrote up there on that screen.
Focus, Damo.
Oh.
My man, Damo. Get back with me, Damo. Stay with me, Damo.
What I heard was crazy.
Damo, stay with me.
Oh,
Stay with me. Hey, Ron, next superhero.
No, what I heard was the worst statement I've ever heard.
Hold on. Y'all know how Charlamagne say fart on them bars? Like if somebody say something like, nigga, I fart on them bars, nigga. That's what you do. Fart on them bars, nigga. What's wrong with you,
I thought
nigga?
I heard what you heard. I ain't
Yeah, if I heard what I thought I heard,
I know, because y'all probably like that.
Keys with the super chat said, Oxen chill. Remember, I told you Anthony Black is a better guard than the Thompson twins. Better D than a sword and better O than a min, which would mean that he has better defense than Kelly Oubre too.
He's not better defense than a star. He's not.
Number one,
didn't
we only see him start one game? In the last 6 games, we only seen him in one game. Is that correct? That was a couple of nights ago against the Lakers.
Against the Lakers, yep.
Right. We haven't really seen him in extended minutes. So you basically going off speculation right now. Meanwhile, Asor, on the other hand, has been playing plenty of minutes in Detroit. And from what I've seen, he looks like he can be an all-league defender at some point. 100% he looks like that. I can't say that about Anthony.
If we judge
at some point this year,
any of the
at
rookies,
some point this
still
year,
speculation.
Yeah, even with rookies,
all
it's
of
going to
them
be a
is
lot of
speculation.
speculation. Yeah, Asar's played 7 games, I think.
Right.
Anthony Black played like 5 games. So it's going to be speculation. Anthony Black does look very good.
Yes,
Offensively, he looks. He's better on offense than a man already. I can see that. He's not better on defense than Asar. But I was high on Anthony Black coming in. I remember Chill, you wasn't as high on him. And we had a little conversation.
I was not.
I've been pushing Anthony Black propaganda, but someone else will just take the credit from me, I guess. That's whatever. It's cool.
Because I sure was the person that had him on my list this summer. It was trying to tell people, even though I spelled his name wrong, trying to tell people, hey, man, watch out for AB. AB is down there on the Magic. It's a surprise guy off the bench. So you're right.
Yeah, I was surprised he's not. I'm surprised he wasn't getting many minutes, but Markel not playing. I mean,
I'm gonna say with how Jalen Suggs was playing, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's what I was relying on him getting on the court was probably like a downtick from Jalen Suggs. Completely wrong. Jalen Suggs has been, from what I've seen, been balling.
Particularly on defense.
Jalen Suggs. I don't want to say Jalen Suggs is Killian Hayes because he's not. But what I'm getting at is his offensive struggles just get overlooked by the fact that he's good on defense. Now Killian Hayes shouldn't be overlooked. He should probably not be starting. But with Jalen Suggs, you can look past how questionable his offense is because of what he brings on defense. Kind of like what you do with Asar, because Asar is so bad on offense that you just look past it because what he does on defense is so valuable. Anthony Black, I think is probably can match at least what Jalen Suggs does in my opinion.
They still need to get rid of them guys down there. I'm talking about Suggs.
I think they need to get rid of one of them.
Markel, all 3 of them. Get all 3 of their ass out of there.
Damn.
You and Mars with y'all's dirty minds. Dirty minds. Both of y'all need Jesus. Both of y'all need Jesus.
Why do they need to get packed up? Why don't all 3 of them need
to get what's wrong with the guards in Orlando?
I've
been saying it for a little while, you know. What's his name? Franz Wagner, Paolo. That's their squad. Let's build a new team around them. Get them a all-star caliber point guard. Let's go to work, man. Get them 3 dudes out the way.
See, you're trying to speed up the process. It doesn't need to be sped up. Like,
that's a fact.
They're all young. They're going to develop together. Markel is, I think, the oldest guy, like, of their core guys. He's at 25.
I asked Alex if he's saying the same thing about Davion Mitchell. We got to pack him up too.
I'm talking about the Magic.
I ain't talking about the Magic. I'm talking about the
De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis to the guys.
So since y'all want to act like chat members, and every time I say,
oh, now we chatting now. You don't want to blow up. You don't want to blow up a young unit. You don't want to trade dudes. You want to blow the whole unit up.
Anytime I bring up something, y'all want to bring up the Kings. Okay, so let me ask you now. who's our Paolo and Franz? Who's our two 19 and 20-year-old kids that I'm talking about that are on their way to superstardom? I believe these two guys are on their way to superstardom.
Okay.
De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis are in their mid to late 20s. It's not the same thing at all. Let's not try to compare.
It does. Absolutely, it does.
Because they're two stars in their prime, you should be more willing to trade your young players to get them.
For who?
And the two young players.
Who we going for?
Can grow with the other young players. In my opinion.
All right, so I don't got the same energy for the Kings as I got for the Magic. Is that all right with y'all?
That's fine. Chill, bro.
I don't think that's
Kings.
Okay.
Just to me, I just don't get why.
And you just answered it when you said I don't have the same energy for the.
Well, I just don't get why we're picking up
young players.
Why should I? I want Orlando to get better. I want Orlando to get better.
But what all-star get better together? Like, it's not a 1 year process.
I didn't say that's what I'm saying, Damo. I didn't say a name. I just said get him somebody.
But you're saying get an all-star caliber guard. Okay, what all-star caliber guard are you going to be able to go down that fits on that timeline? Unless you're talking about who LaMelo Ball and Tyrese Halliburton, which I don't think they're going anywhere. I don't think the Hornets are about to trade them. Let's say Portland's still blowing it up. Get him Anthony Simons or something. I don't know. You know what?
That's not moving the needle.
Get him. All right, but he's better than all three of those guys. He's better than all three of those guys, Mars.
But there's
for Orlando.
Anthony Simons would be crazy down there. He's from Orlando too, by the way.
Yeah, that's what.
Or no, I think he just went to
Anthony Simons.
Maybe you guys see a different player, but Anthony Simons is not moving the needle.
So Anthony Simons isn't better than Markelle Fultz
at point guard.
It's not about being.
Is he better than Markelle Fultz?
It's not about.
I think he is.
For that team, no. For that team, no.
I think he's a better player. There's a difference between better player and better fit.
It's not about.
I think he's better anyway. Anyway you spin it, he's better than those guys.
There's no way you're spinning it where a guy like Markelle Fultz running point guard for the Magic is worse than Anthony Simons, who's a 2. He's a scoring guard. That's just saying that's Cole Anthony. Cole Anthony's giving you this production this year.
What I'm saying is they don't need a 10th, 11th year guy. I'm just saying get him somebody better. You guys think these guys are good? I don't. Okay, I don't. I don't like Jalen Suggs. I don't like Markelle Fultz. I don't like Cole. Simple as that. I don't like any.
They have Anthony Black. So there's the fourth guard who is.
There we go. But I don't like those other three. Matter of fact, Chilltown, how about this? I got a good one for you. Because obviously they're not going to get Karl Anthony Towns out his way. Why don't you send Anthony? What's his name? Anthony Edwards down there. Let him Paolo and friends. Let them go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let them go crazy.
Yeah, sure.
Ron,
Big Storm. I'm not hating. I love what they're doing in Orlando.
MP13 with the super chat said, "Can I push Jokic clears everyone propaganda yet? It looks real spooky for Giannis in the half court. I'm still seeing Giannis ISOs. It's killing me."
So
I'm not sure.
I mean, Joker right now, he leads the league in PER. He leads the league in win shares. He leads the league in plus minus. He leads the league in.
Look at those bench.
we already know what that is, right? We already know what that is, and I think he's in the top 10 in the league in defensive rebound percentage, which is a big deal for that team. I think he's. Do I think they're going to win the NBA championship? I don't. I think Boston will win. I got Boston.
Everything you just said don't mean nothing.
That's such a bad way.
If you don't think he's going to win the chip, Chilltown, all them stats don't mean nothing. Because I don't think
if they're in the NBA championship, right? If they're in the NBA championship,
I think if they play Milwaukee, I don't think they can beat the Bucks in the 7-game series. I think the Bucks are a better team with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Even with all the stuff they got going, I think the Bucks are a better team right now than Denver.
Based on what?
I thought that last year, and I think that this year. Maybe everybody in this chat disagrees with me.
Because
I think it's a bad matchup. I think the Bucks are deeper. I think the Bucks have more options. If anything goes wrong with Jokic or Murray in that series, they're toast.
If we're keeping it no health issues. Number one, I think Mike Malone outcoaches Adrian Griffin. I'll start and stop the conversation with that right there. I think that he would outcoach him. That's number one. Number two, the way that Denver plays in terms of speeding up the game and being and forcing guys to play a certain way, I think they would do that with Giannis, especially Joker. I think he would do that with Giannis. And
but
Mike,
who's going to stop Giannis though?
And Mike
stop Giannis from getting where he want to go? Aaron Gordon? That's easy work.
I think it's not easy work because I watched Aaron Gordon stand in front of Jimmy Butler and slow him down.
No. That's easy work for Giannis against Aaron Gordon, bro. Aaron Gordon ain't got a chance in hell against Giannis.
Not many people have a chance. So if that's the case, then Ticket, who's slowing down Joker?
No, I'm saying, but you had a better chance with Giannis on Joker than you do with anybody on their team. I'm saying, listen, what I'm saying.
Keep going, Ticket.
Hold on. I would rather have Giannis guarding Joker than Joker guarding Giannis. Period.
Yeah, but Jokic isn't guarding Giannis.
No, I'm saying, or anybody else on that team. Anybody else on Denver's team, I would rather have Giannis guarding Jokic than anybody trying to guard Giannis from the Nuggets team. And that's just starting at Giannis. We ain't even with the Dame Dollar. Then you ain't even go to Chris Middleton. Then you ain't with the Bobby Porters. Then you got to deal with Brook Lopez taking Jokic away from the basket because he's able to shoot threes. You want me to keep cooking?
And
then you coming off the bench. Then you coming off the bench with Jay Crowder, who's playing well.
Okay, so if you believe all of this about the Bucks having all these players who are harder to guard, blah blah blah, why does the Bucks being able to beat Denver mean Giannis is better? If you agree about Damian,
no, because I think he's the catalyst for all those guys playing better. See, what Bob said earlier was BS. When Bob was making it seem like anybody can just do what Giannis do. When he said that, he was full of shit.
I agree.
So what I'm saying is, I'm saying Giannis is the straw that stirs the cup. That's why I think that all those guys will be amplified and be better because they don't have the personnel to deal with Giannis and everybody else. If you're worried about Giannis so much, Dame's gonna get off. Middleton gonna get off. Bobby Porter's gonna do his thing. Brook Lopez showed you last year he can get you 30 in a playoff game if you need it. Then, old boy's playing better this year so far. Jay Crowder, he's playing a lot better. I like the young kid. Pat Connaughton will probably come back around and hit a couple shots.
Probably.
So, again, I like the Bucks. When I look at Denver, it's Murray, Jokic, or bust. Because Aaron Gordon ain't doing a damn thing if Jokic or Murray's out of the game. Michael Porter Jr.
Ticket, nope. Stop right there, Ticket. Because what you're trying to sell us is you're trying to sell us that all of those other guys individually could do more than what Denver can do collectively. And Joker stirs the drink way more than Giannis. Those dudes play off of Joker way better than they do off of Giannis. Way better. I ain't talking about Denver. I'm talking about in Milwaukee. Them dudes don't play off of Giannis nearly as well as those guys play off of Joker. Not even close.
I also like Aaron Gordon on Giannis, to be honest.
I don't have a problem with that at all. I do not have a problem with Aaron Gordon having to deal with Giannis. Is he gonna struggle? Of course, because anybody that's to stand in front of Giannis.
Right, I'm saying, but they can't dictate the extra personnel to him because of the other pieces Giannis got. I'm saying that if you're the Bucks, you can put more attention on Jokic and still have enough to deal with some of the other guys.
So Middleton, who's going to deal with Middleton? KCP, one of the better perimeter defenders in the league.
Too big, put him in the post.
No, he's basically the same size. Middleton 6'7", KCP is 5'6", 6'6", something like that.
KCP like 6'4", 6'3", 6'4".
No, you guys haven't seen the MPJ defensive improvement clearly.
Well, and not only that, Mars, we talking about a Middleton who is coming off injury. You talking about Middleton like he's 2020 Middleton, super duper sharp. No, he is not. No, he is not. He clearly looks like he's slowed down. He clearly slowed down.
I think Dame is the X factor in this hypothetical.
That was my next point, Mars. Dame, I've seen him in the playoffs against Denver when he's the guy. When you put the basketball in his hands, he's the guy. That's not the case here. Now Dame's going to be responsible for other people. And he's also got to generate his own offense. And I haven't seen Dame do that. And in this particular situation, it looks real tricky.
Fellas, we got to keep it pushing. I got more super chats that I'm trying to get through.
Yeah.
Artem with another super chat said, can we talk about Julius Randle today? In the Knicks' 4 losses, he is 17 for 72 from the field. He's 4 for 28. Only thing he doing well right now is rebounding.
Mm-hmm. He also lead them in assists too, by the way.
Yeah, I seen Chill on TikTok. Someone tagged me in a video of you talking about Jalen Brunson's assists or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was about Julius Randle, and then you started talking about Jalen Brunson last season, 18 of 68 games, less than 4 assists, 6 with more than 10, something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to put words in your mouth. So are you giving Jalen Brunson some culpability for Julius Randle not being able to make shots?
I'm giving Jalen Brunson culpability for the unit. Mars, just so you know, as of today, the Knicks, if I'm not mistaken, they got the worst field goal percentage in the league.
What's that record?
I think they 2-4. They lost 40. They lost 40 first 6 games.
Chill. That proves our logic then.
They got the worst field goal percentage in the league. I think they're 4th worst in the league in 3-point percentage. And they 2nd worst in 2-point percentage. When I hear stuff like that, I'm thinking to myself, the quality of shots that these guys are getting are not very good. Add all that up with the fact that they're at the bottom of the league in assists. They're the worst passing team. They're the worst passing team in the league this year.
No, chill. It just tells us what we said that Mars was right. Julius Randle's the best player on that team. And if he's not playing well, they're not going to win. That's just what it says. Me and Mars was right. I mean, me and Chill was right. Julius Randle's the most valuable player on that team. And if he's not playing well, that team ain't going nowhere. I don't give a damn who says that Jalen Brunson is Jalen Brunson's that. The proof is in the pudding. Julius plays bad, they lose. Julius plays well, they're in the playoffs. He's an NBA All-Star, All-NBA performer. But Mars will come in here and tell y'all when Julius is playing well that he's a disaster. That's what you would do, Mars, and that's the problem I have with you, sir.
All right, great. Last season, they were like bottom 5 in assists or something. I don't know. They were the 3rd best offense in the league. The Knicks, and Knicks fans will tell you this because I'm a Knicks hater, I guess, so they probably don't want to hear it from me, are one of the heaviest isolation teams in the league. So they're not going to stockpile assists anyway. Jalen Brunson there or not. Their offense is heavy isolation. I could probably find the numbers, but they run more isolation than everyone. Right. So if you run more isolation than everyone, you're going to get less assists than everyone. That's just how that works. I think the Clippers are another heavy isolation team. I'm interested to see what their assist numbers are. This season, the reason their offense is struggling so bad is because of how badly they're shooting. In large portion, that's because Julius Randle is shooting very poorly. I'm not giving him all the blame because offensively, I think he's not going to shoot as badly all season. My issue with Julius Randle this season has been effort. The effort is all over the place. But last season, the season in which you brought up his stats about 4 assists or less or 10 assists or more, they were fine offensively. They were top 5. Right. They didn't get assists as a team because of that's just the style of offense they run. The issue with that style of offense is you need your star isolation players to be efficient. And if Julius Randle is not being efficient, your offense is going to suffer. That doesn't mean that Jalen Brunson's not playmaking enough or whatever, because I think everyone who, when Jalen Brunson went to the Knicks, we knew he wasn't a pass-first point guard. We knew he was.
And that was my point. That was my point.
That's what he is. He is a scorer. So then
that's my point.
Complaining at him for not being a pass-first point guard in a system that's not made to be a pass-first point guard, is made for isolation scorers.
But Mark, will you turn from your wicked ways and admit?
I think it's kind of disingenuous.
Will you turn from your wicked ways and admit that Julius Randle is more valuable than you gave him credit for?
I never said he's not valuable. I said he's not a top 40 player in the league, and I still don't think he is. All I've ever said about Julius Randle is that he's not top 40. Everything else about hate, blah, blah, blah. All I've ever stood on is that he's not a top 40 player in the NBA. I've listed many times 40 players I think are better than him. Until someone tells me why he's a top 40 player, I'm not changing my mind. Everything else you say about Julius Randle, I don't care because I've never said anything about it. I still think Jalen Brunson's the best player on the team, and I still think he's not top 40. You can stop talking to me about everything else he does. Because their team is not making shots, and a large part of that is because Julius Randle's not making shots. Did you not listen to the last 2 minutes of what I just said?
And what I'm saying, Mars, is how is he getting set up to make shots? You just mentioned that team is heavy in isolation. Like, isn't it my job? Because somebody said to me a couple of days ago that the New York Knicks got a quote unquote read and react offense. Well, what are you reacting to? Are you reacting to a pin down where a guy comes off a screen and okay, I don't like that, so I'm going to put my head down and I'm going to go to the basket? It's very difficult, and this is the thing that I agree with Ticket. And I hate to say this when I say that being a basketball player matters in this particular situation. Mars, it's very difficult playing with a dude that's a primary ball handler who doesn't pass. It's very difficult playing with a guy like that where I gotta worry about my offense and I gotta get my offense when I can get it. It's very difficult playing with a guy like that where when I get the ball, I gotta make sure that I do something because I don't know when I'm gonna see it again. It's hard to get in the rhythm when I'm doing stuff like that. It's hard to get into a flow when I'm playing with a guy like that. And the point that I was making with the assist logic is exactly that. Jalen Brunson isn't a pass first guard who distorts that offense. A lot of those guys, and the fact that they're heavy in isolation, that's another thing that needs to change. in addition to them getting the guy who passes the basketball and looks for guys more.
Fellas,
overstating his lack of passing, in my opinion, and I think these problems wouldn't be happening if Julius
guys
Randle
made shots.
Because
if guys made shots,
offense predicated on people making shots. Julius Randle's looks haven't been drastically different, in my opinion, from the last few seasons, other than the times where he's taking ill-advised shots that he shouldn't be taking. But their offense runs pretty similarly to how it did last year. Now, do I think they're a top 5 offense? No. But I think once he starts making shots, and even Jalen Brunson needs to be more efficient himself, just in terms of what he's doing in the mid-range and in the mid-post. But they'll be okay. I think people are overreacting, in my opinion.
All right, y'all. Mr. Burnout sent through a super chat and said, Kristaps with Jason, first Grant with Luka. Who has looked better with the other superstar?
Well, Kristaps a better player, so he's looked better because he is better. So, well.
Nah, man.
Yeah,
Grant looks way better with Luka. He's a better player.
Oh, yeah, I'm cooked. Yeah, I'm cooked. It's my fault.
Ladarius Munford added on to this and said, Grant Williams was a gem for the Mavericks. How y'all feeling about him? His impact is definitely felt with them.
He's been great.
Dallas crew. Yes, he does. And he gives them that perimeter defense that they didn't have. He was able to shore some of that up. Yeah, and knock down
exposed in the playoffs because he's not there. He was a heart and soul of the Celtics. He was the only dude that got in Jimmy Butler's face. They'll get exposed in the playoffs when it comes to being depth, when it comes to depth and needing guys off the bench. Them losing them is going to be major.
Every person I know with alopecia is pretty tough, so they still got Jordan Walsh over there. They need somebody to get in somebody's face.
Y'all dudes praising Peyton Pritchard, Damo, so stay. I hope y'all stand on
PP got that. PP go crazy.
Stand on that, no, Damo. I hope you stand on that all season long.
Hey, you're right. I am.
I'm standing on that too.
Stand on that, Damo. Stand on that.
I am going to stand on that.
I have not forgot about that. You stand on
what? Hey, me standing on Peyton Pritchard?
In the playoffs. I ain't talking about the regular season. In the playoffs, stand on that.
Oh, my God. All right. Yeah, okay. Wait for the playoffs for him. Okay, cool. All right.
That's when it matters, right?
Okay. I think it matters all the time, but I'm just different, I guess. I value the regular season. So
I must be different, too, since I'm the only one that heard that. But we'll keep it pushing because I refuse to repeat that. That was crazy.
That wasn't crazy.
El sent through a super chat and said, Sham said on the Athletic Times, the plan is for Westbrook to start games on the ball as the Clippers point guard.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan until he got 4 or 5 turnovers, and then the whole game plan changed. I promise y'all this. As soon as he got like 2 or 3 games with 4 or 5 turnovers, Ty Lue will take him off the ball and put James on the ball. Watch. He just going to let James learn the offense first. Can't come in and do it right now because James ain't had enough time to learn the offense. Once James on that offense, once Russ start turning that ball over 4 or 5 times, man, they're going to take him off, and it's going to look like he looked in L.A. all over again with Williams.
T Hoodie, so nice. Said Russ is starting at point. Ty Lue said Harden will be off ball. It's all laughs. Said, I don't know if it's fair or even possible. How about the team that wins the in-season tournament gets a lottery pick for that next draft?
No.
A lottery? What's a lottery pick? Like what? 10?
I guess that's extra lottery pick.
The 14th pick.
Damn, you're already giving them 500. You giving them 500,000, and they're the in-season tournament winner. Now you want to give them a lottery pick too? What the hell?
So whose pick are you going to take?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got to take a pick from someone. You take a pick from the team that came last in the in-season tournament. Like
no,
you can't just make a lottery pick appear.
And if they do, that's wild. They just add a pick. Oh my God.
Landon Turner said, "Can Brandon Miller win Rookie of the Year?"
If it's close between him and Wemby, no.
He's eligible for it, yes, so he can win. He's not going to.
Right.
Chet's the best.
If it's close between Brendan Miller and Wemby, he's not winning it. No.
Oh yeah, it ain't gonna be close.
No.
Good.
Carl Sanders said, "Why must we hear that, quote unquote, why must we hear that, quote unquote, they said each episode? We are watching for the panel's opinions. Stop regurgitating what ESPN said."
They who?
Let's talk about what we said. I seen hold on. Everybody else talking about what we said. I seen Damo's boys over there talking shit about me the other day. I seen 2 niggas at school with Damo on YouTube. One little chubby dude, he looked like an oversized Mars, and another nigga who got a Lakers t-shirt on. That's supposed to be cool with Damo. Yeah, it's my boy Damo.
What they say?
Over there talking shit about me in Chilltown, nigga. Yeah,
what
I heard them. Video got like 58,000 views. They dropped it like 3 days ago.
Ticket, find who
What
they
did
is
they
so we can
say?
run the 2
Oh,
Oh,
he
you're talking about Souls and Sage.
He's my Souls and
you're
Sage.
talking
They
about
made
Souls and
a
Sage.
video.
Oh, yeah, that ain't got shit to do with me. That's on their
Nah,
personal shit.
I'm saying they
Say
was
what
like,
you gonna say.
nah. They said, yeah, Damo, my boy, man. Damo, that's my boy right there. Yeah, man, Tiki, man, what the hell you? And then, yeah, you tell him, man. Like I said, I'm serving SmackDowns for free over here if you want.
I ain't gonna lie. If you free anytime this week, listen, we be on playback streaming. I would love for you to get your how you feel off.
Nigga, I want a piece of him because that dude was talking. That dude had me and Chilltown up there. That dude was talking. And then when you said something, he disagreed. He hit you with kid gloves like, nah, I like Damo. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, all right, this Damo set this up, huh? Okay. That's what's up.
Hey, let me know. We can set something up. You come on the pod.
Yeah. I want the little fake Mars. I want him. The little nigga who's like a fake Mars. I want him. He condescending as a mofo. I thought Mars was. He is condescending. The little fake dude look like Mars, a little chubby one. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Maybe Mars is the fake him if he's more condescending than Mars.
You know what I'm talking about, Ron?
Looking around.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, the little chubby boy look like Mars.
I can't believe they did that to you, Ticket.
Yeah, Mars is smoking too. Yeah, hey, dog, Mars is smoking too, dog.
Hey, don't try to get me involved in your beef. I'm not trying to get flames.
No, I'm just saying he was dissing us saying that. Oh yeah, look at their takes over here on the PC. Oh, okay.
Hey, he was dissing you. He was dissing us.
Mars, it's time to ride. You see Chill finna go get him right now, right?
That's on him. Hey,
Mars ain't. See, I'm saying something. Mars is Snoop Dogg. Mars is Snoop Dogg to death row.
All right, then Chill.
Mars is Snoop Dogg to death row. He's Snoop Dogg to death row. When they go down, he like, nah, Pac, I ain't got your back on this, man. I'm gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we ride together.
Man, I'm just here chilling. This will be.
You know what I'm saying?
I see y'all dudes tomorrow.
All right. Austin generally said the hate that AD gets is insane. He's balling right now.
Is it enough? Are you satisfied? I ain't never satisfied. That's what you break shit. Ain't nothing that I do in life I'm satisfied. I ain't satisfied. Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
All right, y'all. Well, that's about it. We'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same place, same cast.
Mars, what you scared of that little boy, Mars? If you scared, say you scared. I'll get him for you.
First of all, yes, I'm scared. Second of all, they ain't get onto me.
But he's a wannabe you, though, Mars. He's a wannabe you.
Was about reacting to players'
you. Mars, he's stealing your swag, Mars. He's stealing your swag, Mars. He's a wannabe you. He's a wannabe you.
I don't care. See, I don't care.
But see, you got to Mars. You got to get them imposters out of there, though, Mars. You got to get them imposters.
The video was about players' choice worth takes.
Yo, Ron, you hit them boys up. Hey, Ron. Hey, Ron.
I know I'm fine.
You hit that Damo. You and Ron hit them boys up and tell them to come over here on the show and see what happens. Tell them we're going to pack them up real good. Tell them I said come on over here. Both of them.
I'm pretty sure I can set something up to where if you come over
just set it up. Tell them to come over here.
Let's do it. Vice versa. Hey, a home game in the away game. A home game in the away game. But ticket. When you go over there, who you want to come with you?
Hey, they don't bring the whole crew since they was talking.
I'm good.
Ticket, only two. You got to ticket. You got to choose a tag team partner this time. Who's it gonna be?
I smell smoke and I ran to it. Once I see, oh, okay, they got 58,000 views talking about us. Okay, in 3 days. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, let's get it. They want smoke. Okay, let's get it.
So again, as a representative for LKIB, I can set this up. If you come over there,
Ticket has to choose a tag team partner.
Tell them let's get it, man.
Please choose. So I think you're thinking of.
If y'all want to see the fake Mars get cooked, that's easy.
Ticket. Who's your tag team partner?
I don't give a damn. Put me and Chilltown up there. I don't care.
All right. Damn, I thought you was just gonna drag Mars into the beef. But
Mars get in here. But listen, Mars said he's scared. He don't want no smoke. So I take care of this.
Hey, you remember next Friday when when old boy who was it that he grabbed? When he grabbed remember they had just got out of jail?
Yeah,
he was like, man, I'm done with this. I ain't doing this. And Debo, when he grabbed old boy, yeah, that's how you gotta grab Mars by his hoodie. And be like, nah, you gonna get involved.
Yeah, man. Straight up, man. Don't run around here looking like a fake Mars, man. Hey, fake Mars. Ticket won't smoke, dog.
All right,
y'all talking, we gonna finish it.
Tomorrow we'll be at y'all with concrete dates on when PC goes on the road to Let's Keep It a Buck, and then we'll let you know when you'll just see when Let's Keep It a Buck comes over here. But all right, y'all, same time tomorrow, we'll be here to talk all about James Harden's good performance or bad performance. We'll see.
Hey, Ron, that's my chain.
Oh.
No, it's